Good afternoon and welcome to this Two Counties Division 5 virtual cricket fixture, the huge local derby that we've got in store this afternoon as we see Great Bromley take on local rivals Elmstead. We've got a slightly delayed toss, but everything is in place and the skippers are down in the middle. We'll do a bit of a quick run through of the teams for you. So although this game obviously should be Elmstead, with a slight mistake in that Great Bromley are at home, but we'll roll with it. So for Bromley, Nick Holliman's back from his holiday, Matt Wake is in to the side, and Samuel Granger impressed in the T20 in midweek. And there's a few familiar faces in the Elmstead ranks, with Elliot Mann and Ross Soteria turning out for Elmstead. We've called in a few
heading down to the middle
stronger
now for the
players
toss.
too. And without further ado, we'll head down to the middle for the toss. Cuthbert and Pushman in the middle. Bromley have won the toss. What's Cuthbert going to do? He's chosen to have a bat. He likes to bat first as Cuthbert, likes to put a total on the board. So news from the toss, Great Bromley have won it, and Adam Cuthbert has decided to bat first here at the Alum Arena. So just to bring that for you again, news from the toss, Bromley win the toss. They'll be batting first here in just under 10 minutes time. We'll be back for the start as first ball will be sent down around 1 o'clock. Good afternoon and welcome if you're just joining us, as we are at the Alum Arena in a venue switch for this local derby between Great Bromley and Elmstead, and this Division 5 two counties virtual cricket fixture, 7th fixture of the season, and the two teams couldn't have had more contrasting starts to the season really. Bromley have been flying, unfortunately losing a couple, but they've been playing really well and putting on some real entertainment for their fans. Elmstead on the other hand have been struggling and are hovering down in the relegation zones so far this season, but they've strengthened up slightly today with Webster and Elliott dropping down into the second team, and then Elliott Mann and Ross Satiri, who have found their form, leaving them in the second team in recent weeks. So they'll be looking to get one up on their Bromley opponents, who they're rather familiar with, and I'm sure they'll be copping a fair amount of stick while they're out there. But we've had the toss. Adam Cuthbert has won it for Great Bromley, and on this scorching sunny day he has obviously chosen to bat first, so Elmstead are heading out into the field, and without further ado we'll head down for the start. So players are making their way out to the ground now. It's going to be Bees and Fairley opening up for Great Bromley, who look as though they're going to stick with their experiment with Charlie Allen at 3, and Cuthbert looks as though he might slot in at number 5 today. They're heading out to the middle, and we're hearing it's going to be skipper Pushman and Josh Elliott with the new ball for the Elmstead side. And as we head out down to the middle, Bees and Fairley, we said, opening up for Bromley. It's been a solid opening partnership over the last season and a half really. Left hand right hand combination, and they'll be looking to put on a good start for Bromley out there this afternoon. We're just about ready to go down the middle. Pushman just going through his last warm-ups and stretches, and B's taking his guard, and we'll get down there for the first ball. And it's live.
The wait is over. The first ball.
And we're underway then with Pushman with his gentle little away swingers. Bowling to Bees, who has been in good form so far this season. And they'll be looking to continue that form here this afternoon. Pushman, the Elmstead skipper, who bats a bit, bowls a bit, tends to fill in where his team need him. A real example of leading from the front. As Bromley are underway, Bees pushes through the offside. Is it going to make it 4? It's not quite. Good fielding out there in the deep, and they could look for 3. And they do, they don't, they do, they don't.
Good return there, back from the deep.
They settle for 3 in the end rather than looking for the 4th. And Ed Fairley then, he was also at a fairly decent start to the season, not quite up to the high standards he sets for himself. That 99 unbeaten in the first game of the season. I have to say it's been slightly downhill from there really. He started with such promise, and he'll be looking to fire himself back into some glorious form that we saw last season, predominantly on the Sundays, but he'll be looking to execute that on the Saturdays this season. Not been a bad start from Pushman, hitting his lengths well. Always difficult with the left hand right hand combination, especially when you got the new ball swinging around. So we come to the end of the first over, and Fairley works off his pads for a single and keeps a strike. So Bromley 4 without loss after the first over, and a fairly sedate start.
Going with pace now.
And it is going to be Josh Elliott with the new ball from the road end, and he's going to be round the wicket to the left-handed Fairley.
No shot off.
Starts off some real movement there, but it's going to be wide.
Umpire calls wide.
Positive signs though for Elliott with the swing. Only recently become a seamer, Josh Elliott. Used to bowl a nice loopy leg spin, and he's sent down another wide. Struggling to control this swing early on here, Elliott. certainly shown his real potential with the new ball over the last season or so.
Oh, great shot.
Scammer through for a quick single.
And they go through for one.
And perhaps Elliott find it easier to settle now over the wicket to the right-handed Bees. Two players that have come through the North Essex youth set-up together. As floaty half volley from Elliott and Bees drives through the offside.
Solid shot. Goes
And
for
first
4.
boundary of this Bromley innings. Gloriously timed cover drive from Bromley's main man with the bat. Yeah, since those North Essex days, the fitness of these two players seems to have gone in opposite directions, with Elliott really working hard in the gym and sorting himself out, where B seems to have gone the other way and relaxed all fitness routines, with his real love for pizza shining through, while Elliott's shown his love for ink and weights. But an intriguing battle from these two early on here, as Elliott looks to settle into a line and length, thrown off early on, I think, with that going round the wicket to the left-hander.
Waiting.
Just another familiar face there at mid-off, Pete Webster, who's come in for this game. And a spinner who can hold a bat as well. He's not a bad all-round player, is Pete.
Wait. Yep.
Reasonably good over there.
Bees rocks back and punches through the offside. He's not going to make it to the fence.
Great fielding there, on target despite the distance.
And they come back for 3.
Yep. One more to the score. Wait there, hip bowler! Another run added.
Ends the over.
Third over. The batting team are now on none for 18.
End of the over then, 3 overs done. And Bromley scoring at a run ball 18 without loss.
No shot on
With a
offer for
short
that
ball.
one.
And we're hearing the Elmstead camper having a good old giggle at Pushman's action at the other end, but I'm sure he'll be the one laughing if he can take some early wickets. The skipper seems to cop a bit of stick from his fellow club mates, but certainly a man their club couldn't survive without.
He has played that nicely. Gets 2.
Josh Elliott found a little bit of a rhythm around the wicket now, settled in after those early wides.
Waiting.
Fairly just struggling to get it away. Picking out man at cover.
Right there.
This is good from Elliott. We've heard rumours that he could soon be becoming the #1 Elliott in the club. Not sure his brother will be too happy about that, but it's just rumours we've heard on the circuit.
Yep.
As he finds the edge from Fairley.
Oh, super fielding there. Run saved for sure.
Just a single, but Fairley will keep the
3
strike.
runs added in that over.
And just 3 from the over. We're also going to go round the wicket to the left-handed Fairley. A short ball from Pushman, I don't see many of those. When we do, they don't often get above shin height, but certainly got it up there that time. Oh, and Fairley goes big, goes over the top, mid-off, and it's got all the way for 6. What a shot from Fairley. Timed it beautifully, and he just sensed, perhaps he felt he was getting bogged down, and just felt he had to get one away, and he has done. Beautiful shot from Fairley. Maybe that will just settle his nerves here early on, and then settle into a bit of a rhythm.
They take a single.
Yeah, we've now sparked an argument between the two brothers, so apologies for that, but we all know that Josh has always been the #1. And he hasn't paid me to say that, obviously.
Waiting.
Ends that over.
As it comes to the end of another over. And no breakthrough as yet for Elmstead. They've been hoping to pose a threat with this new ball, but haven't done so thus far, as Fairley rocks back and pulls away for a single. And just making a few adjustments in the field as Bees comes on to strike, leaving a big gap at cow corner. Perhaps trying to entice him into one of those lazy swings across the line. Refrains from it there though, as he pushes into the offside for a single.
1 run there.
And Bromley's starting to rotate the strike nicely now. 1 to 30 without loss. And Fairley punches away. It's not going to quite make it to the fence. They think about 3, and they will come back for 3. Or even 4.
They run 4.
Impressive.
Superb
that from Fairley. I'm not surprised, but from Bees to make it there, they better get the defibrillator out there soon. And we'll be calling for a drink shortly, we're sure. Good running from them.
Right there.
And it turning to a ploy of over the wicket now to Fairley. It's trying to angle across him and find the edge.
Yep.
And he's able to find the edge from that length though, especially to a player of Fairley's qualities. He punches away and it doesn't quite make it to the fence. Good chase there, and believe it or not, they're going to run 4 again. I don't believe it.
And they
I don't believe it. Bees is going to die. They've run 4 again. And Fairley looking cool as a cucumber, but Bees is looking like a tomato about to explode at the other end. Edged and taken.
Big shout, but was there anything to shout about?
Elliott's changed to over the wicket. We said he was going to angle across the left hander and try and find the edge. And that's exactly what he's done. He's fairly... Well, he'll claim he didn't hit it. He always does. Well, he doesn't review. He knows deep down that he's hit it. And a good take low down from the Elmstead keeper. So Elliott has first wicket on the board for Elmstead. And Fairley will be disappointed. Another start for him. Josh Elliott makes the breakthrough
The new batsman
for Elmstead.
will be down at the non-strikers end.
And as we suspected, Bromley going to stick with their experiment of Charlie Allen at 3, a more attacking positive option. And he joins Bees at the crease. Be at the non-strikers end though. There's the end of over. He won't be now. With a single from Bees.
Allen is getting ready to face the next ball.
And Charlie Allen then to face his first ball. Cushman comes into the crease with slinging action and bowls. Oh, and a good delivery from him.
Tries to drive that, but missed times.
Back through the gate, beating Allen's inside edge. Allen put in a positive performance after the promotion to number 3 last week and has kept his place.
Wait, yep.
And a lovely shot from him. He's timed it beautifully, but not quite well enough to get to the fence. There's
Good
only a
work in the
push,
field there.
and he's off the mark.
Plays that nicely along the ground.
Yeah, yep.
And he's found the gap. Allen not quite going to make it to the fence. We're not quite sure what Elliott Mann's doing here, feeding Bromley some runs by the looks of it. But remember which team he's playing for.
An all-run 4.
In doing so,
Nice.
he's made Bees run another 4. Perhaps he's just trying to tire him out and knows he doesn't like running, but I'm sure the Elmstead boys will be giving Elliott some stick out there. He's feeding Bromley some runs.
Not too bad from either side there.
Batting team are now 1 for 45.
Wait.
Elliott then the wicket taker to continue.
Wait.
He's in some good shape here. Here's Josh. And Lacquer just coming off the ball a little bit. And some good controlled sideways movement.
Yep.
Bees has got that one in the gap though. On that one he's going to make it to the fence for 4.
And that's
Just.
4.
And that's more of a 4 that Bees prefers, without having to run. It's high up on the bat, and that's fortunate it didn't spoon up to point.
Waiting.
And does pick up point this time. Safely though. As Bromley approach the 50 mark in what's only the 8th over here.
Wait.
A positive start from them. They have lost fairly though, who again had another start.
Yep.
And they go past the 50 mark now as Bees punches through the offside. And again, it seems to be a slow outfield out there today. But some good fielding in the deep.
Very nice throw back there.
And they
Good
get back
fielding.
to 3.
That's some good bowling. End of the over.
1 for 52.
Not a bad over from Elliott. You going to see a change in the bowling? Not yet. Pushman's going to continue. And coming in to bowl to Bees. It's full and
No shot offered.
Bees leaves well alone. So we see Ross Satiri there enjoying it in the field. Just talking to himself, I'm sure. I'm not sure any of the Elmstead boys necessarily be talking to him, but chatting away to himself is old Roscoe. There's Pushman slings down another one. That one is going to be wide.
And he just lets that go through. Wide called.
A slightly harsh call from the umpire, but Pushman needs to tighten up that line.
Yep.
And another boundary for Bees, another boundary
That's
for
4.
Bromley.
Nice shot.
And Pushman, I think, needs a rest here. He's looking tired. He's got plenty of bowling options across the rest of his team. I think he's going to need to use them because it's as though he's blowing out there in this heat.
Wait.
Short and wide, and Bees only finds them out at point. It does take its toll on you to bowl with such an unusual action.
Goes through to the wicket-keeper.
Strain on
No shot
muscles that
offered.
you wouldn't necessarily expect to be used with bowling a cricket ball. But if it works for you, then stick with it.
Yep.
Straighter this time. Bees works on the onside for a single.
1 run there.
And a good positive start from him. He'll know not to get carried away. He'll be telling himself not to. It doesn't mean he won't. We need to bat the long innings here today.
Yep.
Plenty of runs out there to be scored as Allen pinches the strike.
End of the over.
The ninth over. The batting team are now on 1.
And you'd think that'd be the
His
last we see
bowler
of
knows how
Pushman.
to give the ball an
And we are going to
almighty
see
tweak. Let's see how they go.
We are going to see a change at the road end as Pete Webster comes into the attack and the off spinner, replacing Elliott. And a good start from him, some turn out there on this incredibly dry pitch, this lack of rain we've had recently. Should be plenty of turn out there, plenty of spinners in both camps. And he's rattled Allen on the pad, that could be tight. And that looked very close, that did. Umpire says no.
Thinks about it, but not out is the decision from the umpire.
We do have the DRS, decision review system, here in place at the Allen Arena. No review there, so they obviously weren't that keen. Elmstead, was he outside the line? Was it doing too much? Certainly spun. And just outside the line there, you see Charlie Allen. Other than that, it was plumb. Just outside the line, getting that stride in. And you should turn it as much as Webster does. That is a problem you tend to have. Oh, and he's got him this time
All
though.
ends up by that.
It's ragged a mile. And Allen's rocked back to cut it. And he's in his off stump taken out the ground. And the Allen experiment at 3 doesn't pay off this week, as he's bowled by Webster in his first over. And Charlie Allen has to go for 7. And not what they're hoping for from him, but brings Conrad Baker to the crease.
Baker is the new batsman, about to face his first ball.
And Webster then striking early, and Baker tries the same shot Allen did,
And placement.
but he gets hold of it and smashes away for 4 off his first ball. Brave shot there against the spin. But Baker backing himself to pull it off first ball. He's cut it away off Midland leg. Confidence there from Baker early on.
Wait.
2 former Brightonsea boys at the crease now, who have shared many a lengthy partnership in previous games. They'll be hoping to do so again here today as Baker drives to the offside. And it's not quite going to make it to the rope. Good fielding out in the deep. And they do come back for 3.
Well-directed throw. End of the over. 7 off it.
And Baker will keep the strike. Good start from Webster. Getting that wicket of Allen.
Pace bowler is coming into the attack from the Forest end.
And we're going to see Greg Wilson, the right arm quick, coming into the attack from the field end.
Played that along the ground.
And he's got his pace up early doors there, Wilson. come in again. Ball to Baker. Oh, and beats the edge. Good delivery from
Misreads that a
Wilson.
bit and can't get a shot away.
Really positive start from him. First couple of deliveries. Can he get a wicket? Goes short this
Safely
time.
plays that along the ground.
Baker deals with it comfortably. And he's pulled this one away, Kyle Baker. And that one he's going to get to the fence. 4 runs.
Super shot.
And just a fraction short from Wilson. And Baker, oh, it wasn't too short really. Good shot from Baker, but I'm not sure we'll be looking to play that shot off that length again. Got him 4 though. And a good comeback from Wilson. Only that 4 from the over so far as we come towards the end of the 11th over. Oh, and beats the edge again, another play and miss. And a good start from Wilson. And could be inspired. A couple of bowling changes here from the Elmstead skipper. As Webster's going to continue. Pitch certainly does suit the slower bowling and the spinners that Elmstead have got in their ranks with Webster and Soteria and perhaps Evans as well. And then obviously Bromley with the likes of Bees, Jagota and Dodd. And with a pace-off option in Matt Wake, who's into the team today. He'll be looking to get his first action of the season, having not batted or bowled so far. On a big appeal, but he's a long way outside the line. We'll discuss a review, but it was clearly miles outside the line. Oh, and Bees goes big down the ground. There's a man out there though. There's a man out there. It's over him. 6. First real sign of raw aggression from Bees as he does favour that leg side. I have to say it was a better looking shot than we're used to seeing from him. Webster tempted him in with the flight and Bees just got enough on it to get it over the man at long on for 6.
Along the ground, kept it
Webster
fairly
trying to
tight
tempt him in again there
over.
with the flight, but he's managing to avoid another swipe. Wilson then, who had a good first over at Baker. And he can get himself in on the wickets. 76 for 2. And we're into the 13th over here at the Ala Marina. Certainly is hitting his straps here, Wilson. Got that pace right up in the 90s. And Soteria, we see there, still chatting away to himself in the field. Maybe bird watching or something. Oh, and that could be tight. That looks out from up here. It is. Wilson strikes. Baker has to go.
Baker is a big scout.
And Wilson had been on top of him. And he could contemplate a review. And he's not going to. He's going to walk, Connor Baker. Goes for 11. And he'll be disappointed with that. Good delivery from Wilson, but I've been hoping to do better with that, Connor Baker. And Ship Boy, skipper Adam Cuthbert. Repeat that is Ship Boy, nothing else, just Ship Boy, because he loves to cruise.
The new batsman arrives at the crease.
Coming into the crease at number 5, and it was full from Wilson and tailing back in. And yeah, Baker had no leg to stand on there. With regard to a review, it was absolutely plumb. Crashing into middle and leg. And Wilson strikes and brings a skipper to the crease. In at number 5 this week, he's been shifting around the order a little bit, Cuthbert, in recent weeks. And first ball, what has he done? First ball, he's smashed it down the ground. 6, first ball, Adam Cuthbert. What has happened there? That is not Adam Cuthbert, surely not. first ball, he's cleared the front leg. And perhaps the Elmstead boys have got stuck into him out there and drawn that shot out of him, but never seen that before from Adam Cuthbert. 6 of his first ball. And a dot this time, much more accustomed to what we're used to seeing from Cuthbert. Oh, and a play and a miss. Good from Wilson.
That over, and not many runs from it.
Wilson striking with the wicket of Baker. Webster with the straight one that's left alone. Whether he's picked it or just decided it wasn't going to turn back enough. Not sure, but 82 for 3 is the score.
Waiting.
He's just about got his bat down on that bee, so that could have been tight on the LBW.
Not sure how
Playing
that
a miss.
missed.
Good stuff here from Webster. And a few dots from him to Bees. Could see a false shot coming soon, and Bees does go big on the leg side. There's a man out there, and he takes the catch. What a catch that is in the deep.
At this point, could that be starting to change?
And Bees has to go. He's been caught deep on the leg side boundary. We said a false shot might be brewing with a few dots building up, and that was exactly the case. It's a great catch out in the deep, high above his head. It's Wilson, a big quick, who takes the catch, and Bees has to go for 32.
Lloyd is the new batter at the non-strikers.
Jason Lloyd has had a terrific season so far this year, but hasn't been in this early before. He's in at number 6, but he's in the 14th over. As that is certainly not Adam Cuthbert. The switch hit this time. And it's certainly not Adam Cuthbert out there.
Nice fielding there. Good return.
But Lloyd, as we said, he's been in such good form this season.
Ready to face their first ball.
But finds himself in the 14th over here. And Webster's on form. That could be close, you know. First ball. The umpire says not out.
Totally ignoring that appeal.
A shaky start for Lloyd, and Webster certainly on fire out there. And we will have a look at it. I think there might have been some bat involved, we hear. We will have a look. No turn on off of Webster again. The impact was in line. And just sneaking down the leg side, according to our ball tracking system. Ever so reliable ball tracking system. And Wilson's going to continue. So Bromley skipper Cuthbert, who is going to need to play one of his painstakingly long and slow innings out there today. He's on to 9 of 5, but he's going to need to pull the reins in and bat time here this afternoon. We've certainly got a man at the other end who can do the run scoring, but 85 for 4, and there's still over 30 overs to go.
Plays it nicely along the ground.
They get 3.
Wait there.
That's some good bowling. End of the over.
The score is now 88 for 4.
Perhaps they're going to go round the wicket now to Cuthbert. Perhaps a ploy they've devised in their training this week. Inside knowledge from Mann and Satiri, maybe with a plan.
Wait.
Safely plays that along the ground. This should be close.
Oh, a tight chance on the run out there, just about making it home.
Yep.
And through for one.
Edged and
Edges it.
safe. It's tactic around the wicket. Looking like it could work out here. Looking dangerous as Webster.
Yeah.
Webster has done well in that over.
Batting team are now on 91 for
This
4.
bowler knows how to give the ball an almighty tweak. Let's
And
see
here
how
we
they
have it
go.
then. Busy Bill. Busy Bill, the Greek athlete, Ross Satiri, into the attack for Elmstead. And what's he got up his sleeve here?
Played that along the ground.
As he'll be bowling to Adam Cuthbert. Looking pleased with his start there. Here's Ross, but as we said earlier, does love having a little chat to himself.
Wait.
And we're sure he'll be watching you this afternoon, paying great attention to how he gets on.
Yep. Catch
And
it.
Cuthbert
Ah,
showing
what
no
a good
respect
shot.
as he switch hits him over the offside. And I'm really not sure where this has come from, but it looks like a changed man out there, Cuthbert. He's 6 off his first ball. We've seen a couple of switch hits now, this one getting away for 4. And perhaps just trying to prove himself out there in front of a few friends at Elmstead. Maybe they're getting in his ear. But no respect for Satiri there, just his third ball. And Cuthbert with the switch hit.
Yep.
One run there.
I see now Satiri going to get a chance to bowl at Lloyd then. Left arm spinner.
Wait there.
Well, that was another good over. Frustration will be growing for the batsman.
Now 96 for 4.
Not a bad start by Satiri's usual standards. Usually gone for at least double figures after his first
Elliott,
over, but
the right arm medium bowler, is
Not a
coming
bad
into the
one there
attack
for him.
from the car park end.
and from the road end they're going to be back to the opener Josh Elliott, who's taken the wicket of Ed Fairley so far, and he'll be coming in to bowl. So Bromley skipper
shot
goes
on
short
offer for
early
that
on
one.
at Cuthbert, just letting him know he's got it in his locker.
Yep.
Along the ground.
One more to the score.
That looked wide from it. It is going to be wide.
That one missed everything and then some.
Struggling to find his radar here.
Yep.
Edge
That's
from
edged.
Lloyd.
Nice save
He's only
there.
the third man for a single.
And they get a single there.
Edged and he's gone.
I like it. Loud appeal.
Elliott strikes again. And this time it's Cuthbert that's got to go. And he debates the review, but he knows he's hit it. It's a beautiful delivery from Josh Elliott. Another good take from the keeper as he finds Cuthbert's edge. And Cuthbert has to go for 20 and Bromley 99 for 5. But never fear.
The new batsman takes guard.
Here comes Nick Holyman. And straight away hitting the ball to point. Elliott then returning for his second spell and prizing the wicket of Bromley skipper Cuthbert. And he'll be looking to take another one here as Holyman drives to the offside off the back foot. And it's made it to the fence for 4.
Races to the boundary.
4 for Holyman, he's off the mark. And Bromley are into 3 figures, they're past the 100. Past the 100 mark now. And it's Thierry to continue then to Jason Lloyd.
Wait. Wait.
And Bromley in need of a rebuilding job here. Not even at the halfway point yet, and they've already lost 5 wickets. Some careless batting out there from them, but also some very good bowling.
Oh, nice bowling.
Good ball there, getting the batsman defending.
So of the wickets so far, it's only really Bees and Allen that have thrown their wickets away, and the others undone by some high quality bowling.
Yep.
As Lloyd takes a single down the ground, ruin what could have been a maiden for Thierry. Doesn't get many of those in a season.
Hey.
Shots Holyman on the
Good
pad, just one
bowling
from the
in that
over.
The batting team are now
And you have to say, probably
for 100
the sort of over that Bromley need. They need to slow it up and build a partnership here, Lloyd and Holyman. It's not going to be easy with Elliott steaming in.
Yeah.
Trundling in.
They'll take a single.
And on a wearing pitch, with the dry, hot weather we've had, you just wonder what Bromley are going to be aiming for as a total here. What would they have said at the start of play? What would they have been looking for? You'd say
Another run added.
anything over 200 is something to bowl at, but I'm sure they'd have been hoping to put on more than that, winning the toss and choosing to bat. But with the spinners they've got in their ranks, I'm sure they'll back them to bowl out any team
Waiting.
on this sort of surface. As we're midway point of the 20th over, Lloyd and Holyman both fresh at the crease. Josh Elliott bowling well.
Wait.
And Lloyd just struggling to get it away. Looking out man at cover.
Yep.
So manages to get it in the gap.
They'll get one more. He lets that go through to the keeper. We've got a change in the commentary box. Joining me now is James Taylor.
Hey Slats, good afternoon everybody.
20 overs done.
Wait.
Bromley 107 for 5. Satiri has made a good start here. Into his third over, only gone for 6 runs so far.
Wait there. Yep.
There'll be more added onto that now as Lloyd sweeps through the leg side. Oh, some good fielding in the deep. Looked as though it was going to be 4, but no, there's
Good
cut it
return
off
from the deep.
and saved a single.
Plays that nicely along the ground.
Oh.
Not sure how that missed.
Wait on.
Holyman turning to his favourite shot there, unable to find the gap though. And still some good stuff here from Satiri, who does look pleased with his work. Starting to look a bit tired though. He's almost through 3 overs now, bless him.
Nice.
The batsmen were kept quiet in that over.
The batting team are now 5 for 110.
And it'll be a good day for...
Webster, the spinner, coming into the attack.
Before we go on to that, Webster's back. Looking to rip through this Bromley lower order. For Holyman, it'll be a good day to make his first meaningful contribution of the season. Lloyd has made plenty of them. We're hoping to make another one. For Holyman,
And
he's
they get a single there.
not quite got himself going yet this season, but today would be a good day to start off a good run of form. He's fresh back from a holiday. He landed last night, and he's straight out there to play for his team today.
Played that along the ground.
As he gets it through the offside, and I'm not quite sure where that field was going. Man gives chase, little old man. Not old man, but little man.
They get 3.
And they come back for 3 on his arm. Bless him. Some sharp turn there from Webster. Lloyd has managed to nudge it in the gap, and man, not having a good day out there in the field today, is he?
And they get through for 1.
As though he was treading in treacle there. Oh, just short. Almost a catch there. Just short of the man at short mid-wicket. Just about to see on your screens there. Flighted
That
from
was a
Webster,
great
and
over.
sharp turn again to beat the inside edge of Holyman. At the end of the over.
The pace bowler is coming into the attack from the forest end.
And Satiri taking out the attack. Not going to be too happy with that. They do turn back to the big quick. Greg Wilson. And he's got a wicket to his name already.
Yep.
Conrad Baker OBW as Lloyd edges away. And it flies away to the fence for 4 with more pace on the ball. And false shots can bring more runs. And as we see there from Lloyd, hard hands. And flashed away off the outside half of the blade. And brings him 4.
Yep.
Edged again.
This time that one. Oh,
Man
very
down at
nice
third man,
there
though.
from Sharma.
Fielding down there from Sharma. Been a good start from Wilson. Gone for 5 off 2 balls, but finding the edge on both occasions. And now we'll be looking to prize the wicket of Holyman. Not often a very difficult task, but
Bowler beating them all ends up.
you never know out there today. Holyman could just have his one magical innings of the season up his sleeve for us this afternoon. And crowd catch there as Holyman drives into the ground and Wilson takes it in his follow through.
Wait on.
String of dots now from Wilson to Holyman. And as we have seen already today, a build-up of dots can lead you to a wicket and bring a false shot from the batsman, building up pressure. As we come to the end of the 23rd over here, Wilson in and bowls, and Holyman works into the leg side for a single and keeps a strike into the 24th over.
Kept it fairly tight in that over.
Just past the midway point, Bromley are 5 down, and they've got 121 on the board, so at the current rate they'd be looking at about 237, which I'm sure they'd bite your hand off for at the moment, being 5 down. But I'm going to have to battle hard to get there, with not loads of batting left in the tank. Bringing in Granger today.
Where was that going?
This is wide from Webster. Bringing in Granger today, who impressed in the T20s, but not much of a batsman is old Samuel, so losing out there where they could have had another batsman in the side. As Holyman goes big over the leg side, there is a man out there, but it's over him at 6. Nick Holyman hits a 6. I don't believe it. It's almost as shocking as Cuthbert hitting a 6 of his first ball. It was a real swing into the leg side from Holyman, and the sound off his bat was beautiful. And he got enough on it, it flew away for 6. And Webster will be disappointed to go for the runs. He won't mind seeing a shot of that kind of aggression. Tries to tempt Holyman in again, but he leaves well alone. And skipper Pushman trying to motivate his troops out there. As this Bromley pair seem to be building a little bit of a partnership.
Tries to drive that, but mistimes.
Change of pace from Webster. Shorter, flatter delivery deceived Holyman.
Yes.
And he drives in the gap, and a big cheer of yes from Holyman as he realises that it's going towards the fence, and it is 4 more. 4 more to Holyman, moves on to 19. And could just be that magical innings that we spoke of from him. He's on to 19 from 21. As Webster comes to the end of his 6th over. Holyman defends.
Not too bad from either side there.
And 11 from the over. 2 boundaries, the big 6 over the leg side. And that 4 we just saw from Holyman. It's Bromley on to 132 for 5. And it's going to be Wilson to continue from the field end. And he goes again, Holyman. Again!
Tremendous stroke.
Another 6 from Holyman, I don't believe it. He's had his breakfast today. It was miles up in the air, and the men in the deep thought they had a chance. But it looped over him. And I think Holyman has just wound up Wilson here. He's fired him up. This one could be coming up at his head. And it does. Pulled away though. Dealt with it well, Holyman. He gets the single.
End of the over.
And keeps the strike as well.
This bowler really can get these spinning a long way. Let's see how they go.
And they're going to go back to Ross Satiriou, Busy Bill, Caravan, plenty of names he goes by. Some of them not appropriate to say live on commentary.
Mistimes that one.
And he offers up a freebie for Holeman on his cut shot first ball, but he misses out. Ross, who seems to, we found seems to have a love of his dog doing his business in his room. We found out last week, which was lovely.
Plays that defensively. Good ball.
Perhaps explains some of the behaviour we see from Satiriou. We're still waiting for the Bromley changing room door to be fixed, where he punched it after being dismissed in a friendly T20 game. And we heard in that game he was actually dismissed and then told to go and get in his Caravan once he was out, and that seems to have just wound him up. We're hearing he's also previously been frustrated at people slating Greek cricket and telling him they're not a proper international side and that he doesn't really have any international caps, but he'll tell you otherwise if you really want to listen.
Big shout for that one.
An inside edge from Holeman onto this pad. It's never going to be out as much as you appeal, Roscoe.
Gone.
Oh, and it's the end of Holeman
Close.
going for his favoured cut shot. And he's got a thick edge. And the keeper's done well to take it. Satiriou strikes. It was there for the shot, but Holeman could only carve it into the hands of Presney, the keeper. And he goes for a season high of 26.
Wade is the new man at the non-strikers end.
It brings Matty Wake into the crease for his first action of the season. He's played a couple of games so far. This will be his first action. And he'll be at the non-strikers end as Wilson comes in. To bowl to Lloyd, who drives nicely. And Wake will now be on strike. Matt Wake, who often has a lot to say for himself. He's a very likeable character, much loved around the club. And they'll be hoping he can get some runs out there for the team this afternoon.
Not able to connect.
Yep.
And Matty Wake is off the mark to big cheers from the dressing room. He nudges into the leg side.
And he's off the mark.
And he is off the mark. Lovely quote from Nick Holeman we're hearing from the dressing room. He said he can't believe he got out to the pie chicken. We think he meant the pie chucker, but we like the sound of pie chicken. It seems to suit Roscoe well, so we might well stick with that, the pie chicken. As Lloyd pumps away for a couple, and they come back for three actually.
Nice fielding.
Well, they
there.
they do just good fielding in the deep and tight run out. Chance in the end. Lloyd just about made it back for the three. Wilson to Wake then at the end of the 27th. And
He
Wake
lets that
leaves well
go
alone.
through to the keeper.
That's quite a good over.
The betting team are now 145 for 6.
Satiriou to continue then. Got his tail up after that wicket. After the wicket of Holeman.
Waiting.
And he'll be looking to rattle through this Bromley tail now.
Swing and a miss. The batsman misjudging that one. Precision.
Big shot from
Just
Lloyd.
A great shot.
Over extra cover, 4 runs. Seen that shot so many times from him so far this season. And a beautiful shot, floaty half volley from Satiriou, offered the width. And Lloyd made him pay.
They get a single.
No shot on offer for that one. End of the over. 5 offered.
Waiting. Yeah.
Single for Lloyd down the ground.
And they get a single there.
Oh, that's rattled Matty Wake on the pads. So it's
Misread
going over
that
the
one.
top though.
Couldn't get the drive away.
That's some bat involved as well. Matty Wake 1 from 7. And a rebuilding job is needed. But, and
That's hit the
the
pads.
rebuilding job
Big shout.
could be done.
A tough call.
Oh, he's given not out.
No, doesn't like that one.
It looked very tight though. They could review this, Elmstead. And they're not going to. I'm not quite sure why. Perhaps they saw something that we didn't. It looked very tight from up here. We'll have a look at the ball tracking. It was an in-swinger from Wilson. No, just dodgy commentating. Very close, but Wake survives. Tight call, but a good decision from Elmstead not to review. Matt Wake now 1 from 8. You need a rebuilding job, but you need to score while you're out there. As he edges, and he's gone this time.
Dives and takes a great catch.
He's gone this time, Matt Wake. Edges the slip, and a good catch. Diving low down. And Matt Wake has to go. It was a brilliant catch from Evans at slip. And Matt Wake has to go for 1 from 9. And it brings Ankush Jagota to the crease.
Batsman. It is now out in the middle.
And we've seen a couple of good partnerships from these two so far this season. And they'll need another one here
That's some
this
good
afternoon.
bowling.
As
End of the over.
Wilson ends another good over. And back to Satiri then for the 30th over. We'll have a drink after this one, I'm sure we'll be glad. As Lloyd walks across his stumps and picks him up over
One
fine leg.
bounce and it goes for 4.
And it's a 1 bounce 4 for Lloyd. Brilliant shot, brave shot, risky shot. But it pays off, the gap was there over fine leg. He just had to get enough on it. And he knew he'd have 4. On to 30 then, Jason Lloyd. As the pie chicken comes into the bowl. And a dart this time for the pie chicken.
Waiting. Yep.
Plays that nicely along the ground.
Yeah.
Satiri then to Jagota. Only faced the 1 ball so far.
Yep.
And he's been in good form with the bat, Jagota. Plenty of not outs, plenty of little cameos towards the end of an
He's
innings.
off the mark and will now be looking
But
to build.
might have to be a different kind of innings here this afternoon with 15 overs still to go.
Yeah.
And they
Lloyd
get through
seems
for
to-
1.
Seems to have got his tempo just about right here, Jason Lloyd. If it's there to hit, he's going after it, but certainly a bit more cautious than we've seen in recent weeks, with knowing he needs to bat time.
Good on.
A good over
As we do come
comes
to
to
the
an end.
30th over, time for a drink. Bromley 158 for 7. can see a real control there around that off stump from Soterio. And yeah, as we said, time for a drink. We'll be back after this short break.
Wait. Yeah.
They take a single.
Good delivery from Wilson,
beating
beats
them
to
all
go to
ends
edge.
Waiting. Yes.
And through for one.
Yeah. Catch.
And this is so high, it'll bring
And
rain.
a big shot from Lloyd at 6. Again, Fielder thought he was in the game for a second. But a big shot from Jason Lloyd to end the 31st over. 6 to him as he closes in on
Sharma,
half-century.
the right-arm medium bowler, is coming into the attack
Elmstead
from
turn
the car
to
park end.
Ashok Sharma, medium pacer. You're looking hoping to be into the attack slightly earlier, you'd have thought, but
Waiting.
pitch seemingly suited for the slower bowling.
Waiting.
Safely plays that along the ground.
No shot offered.
Left well alone by Jagota, trying to curb his natural attacking instincts. 2 from 9 for him. Could be a big shot coming though.
Waiting.
Right, falls just short of Elliott at mid-wicket. Almost a wicket there for Sharma in his first over. Still yet to concede a run, 4 dots so far. And it does tend to lead to a rush shot if you build up some dots to Jagota.
Yep.
Oh, we'll speak about rush shots, that's a beautiful shot. Not quite going to make it to the fence. But beautifully controlled back foot punch from Jagota, and some lovely fielding again here from Elliott Mann.
They get 3.
And they don't take the extra run on his arm, which they could have done. I think he was trying to give it to them. Still a Bromley boy deep down. Short from Sharma and gets away with it as Lloyd can't get it in the gap.
Good bowling in that over.
32 overs done, 169 for 7. And finally poised this game because
Pudzi, coming back into the attack, has done well so far.
you can always take this game away from you, this pair. They'll be wanting to break this partnership. Well, Elmstead, and the skipper turns back to himself in his efforts to do that. Pushman back into the attack. starts off with a nice line and length. As Jagota plays into the offside.
Waiting. Yes.
Along the ground.
Controlled shot again from Jagota. That'll bring 2. He's really
2
looking to
runs
play
added.
a sensible hand here, Jagota. Knows what his team needs. And knows if he just gets his eye in, there's still plenty of overs for him to play his attacking shots later on in the innings. Another controlled shot from him. This one could bring 3. And it does.
Good work in the field.
Good running
there.
from the 2 men out there.
Waiting.
Played that along the ground.
You couldn't do much against that bowling. Nice over.
Now 7 for 174.
He lets that go through to the keeper.
Again, Jagota leaves alone. Good start to the spell from Sharma, just 3 from his first over. A dot to start his second.
Waiting. Yep.
And Jagota rocks back and carves out through the offside. And this slow outfield we've seen here so
Solid
far, and it
shot.
does make it
Goes
for 4.
4.
Jagota, who's had his best start to the season with the bat so far this year. I'm hoping that's not going to jinx him.
Yes.
Plays and misses. And it'll trickle down to third man for a leg bye. Yeah,
Misread that one. Couldn't get the drive away.
certainly been in good form with the bat. Have these 2 out there at the moment. And Jagota in particular having his best start to a season. Lloyd, we're hearing also one of his best seasons, perhaps not the best, but
Yep.
one of his best. Certainly coming in as a new signing into this team.
And they
Let's
get a
hit the ground
single
running.
there.
And become a much loved player at this cricket club. He moves on to 40. And Jagota on 14. At the end of the 34th over.
Wait on.
And a dot to end it. And good over from
Not too
Sharma
bad
again.
from either side there.
The batting team are now on 7 for 180.
And the skipper Pushman to continue. Going at a run of ball so far from his 6 overs. Still wicketless as well. We'll be looking to change that.
Wait.
And you're not going to do it from down there, Zach. Short and wide. Gets away with it though.
No
I
shot
think
on
that
offer
one
for
is
that
going to be a
one.
wide. It is. Lloyd
That's
leaves
a
well
wide.
alone. And better from Pushman there.
Yep.
Oh, and Lloyd picks it up over the leg side. There's a man there. It's
Sent
over
that
him,
over
6.
the fielder's head and over the rope for 6.
Wilson couldn't quite reach that one. And it's 6 for Jason Lloyd. It's a beautifully timed shot. He thought for a second that Wilson was in the game. But perhaps the wind just in the right direction for Lloyd carries it over the top of him. And Jason Lloyd onto 46, 1 shot away from a half century. He's not going to get there though.
Is he out of his ground? The
Pushman's
keeper
nicked
is
him off.
confident. Could be a real bonus wicket.
Got the wicket at a
And
good
Lloyd
time.
edges
The
through to the
batsman's
keeper.
looking settled and on track for a big score.
Well, discussed the review with Jagota, but I think he knows he hit it. Clear edge from Lloyd. Now another good take from the keeper, Presney. Another catch for him. And a good delivery from Pushman coming back after the 6.
He certainly played well out there.
And a good knock from Lloyd. Could just prove crucial that innings of 46 from him.
Dodson
And
is the new batsman.
coming in for
It is now out in the middle.
just his 3rd innings of the season, Tom Dodd. He's had scores of
Let's
0
that go
not
through
out
to the keeper.
and 4 so far this season. He'll be looking to hang around with Jagota and be a foil for him to play some shots around. And certainly bat, can
End
Tom,
of the
just
over.
not got many shots. So 10 overs to go then.
87 for 8.
And Great Bromley 187 for 8. 10 overs to go, but only 2 wickets in hand. Elmstead will be looking to blitz through this tail. While Bromley will be hoping to drag out the overs and get themselves at least up over 200. And hopefully up towards 220, 230. They bat the overs, you'd back themselves to get there. And Dodd's going to have to stay with Jagota through to the end here. Quite a bold opportunity there, but Sharma not quite switched on. And Jagota knocked it back towards him in the air. And it was just wide of him. Not quite there for Sharma, almost.
Wait on. Yes.
Plays that nicely along the ground.
Jagota finds the gap. Not going to be 4. Slow outfield, as we've mentioned on a few occasions here today. Some sloppy fielding again from Elliott Mann. And they do get back
They
3.
take 3.
So 2 balls for Dodd to negotiate. I shouldn't think he'll really be looking to score, but just survive.
Waiting.
1 out of 1. 1 more to survive for Dodd. Give Jagota a crack in the next over.
Nice
Leaves
work
well
behind
alone.
the
It tailed in and was
stumps.
close to his
That's
off
some good
stump.
bowling. End of the over.
8 for 190.
At the end of the over. And Dodd survives to give Jagota a chance to perhaps go after Pushman here. 9 overs to go, 190 for 8.
That's 4. Superb shot.
Jagota finds that gap again, and this one does race away for 4. He's got the timing on that one. And that is 4 for Angus Jagota. Pushman not happy. Too short and too wide from him. And Jagota makes him pay with a lovely shot. On to 21 now, Jagota. Looking settled now. Going to be the man to lead this,
Wait on.
the end of this Bromley innings.
Wait there. Bowler.
Matt Wake, we're hearing, claiming Bromley needing to post 250 here. He reckons it's a decent track out there,
Wait
but
on. Yes.
from a man that scored 1 from 10 deliveries or whatever it was,
1 run added.
he's probably not the man to be praising the pitch, you wouldn't have thought, but he seems to think it's a decent track and that Bromley should be looking for 250. If these guys back to the end, you'd say there's a chance. Dodd given 2 balls to survive here again, survives the first. Not the second though, he's edged it through to the keeper.
Loud shouts of catch.
And Dodd has
Was
to
there any
go.
bat on it?
And Pushman strikes again, another wicket for him, the skipper. And Dodd will have to go, he's edged through to the keeper, another catch for Presney. A tentative prod from Dodd, just trying to survive.
He's a key player in this batting lineup that gets out first ball. That's a big wicket.
Please ignore James Taylor, I'm not quite sure what he's on about.
Man at the non-strikers
Not a key wicket, not a first bowler, but hey-ho. Anyway, Sharma to Jagota, Granger at the non-strikers end.
Yep.
Bromley 195 for 9. And still 8 overs to go. 2 for Jagota.
He'll get 2 for that. Great shot.
Waiting.
It's last wicket partnership now, Bromley. They'll be wanting to get to at least 200, that extra batting point should Elmstead reach their total.
We're there.
Safely plays that along the ground.
And a lot of pressure now on Ankush Jagota to fire Bromley up to a competitive total.
Yes.
Works that one into the onside. There's a man out there though, and they'll come back for 2.
And 2 runs added to the scoreboard.
Dart, just 1 ball to go then. Can Jagota get a single and get himself on strike, or does he trust Granger? Only on to 199 for 9.
Yes.
Edge from Jagota, and he's not going to get a single, he's going to get 4. And he's going to get 4, and I'm not sure if he'd have rather had the single really, but Granger's going to have to do some batting. And Bromley are past 200, they're on to 203 for 9. And skipper Pushman will fancy himself up against number 11 Samuel Granger, but Granger getting himself off the mark first ball with a lovely drive.
1 run taken.
And Elmstead have gifted the strike back to Jagota. They'll be disappointed to have let Granger off the hook so easily, but the field is now spread for Jagota. Turns down the single there. Wesley trying to tempt him in, but Jagota not interested. Big swing from Kush. Swing and a miss though.
Great bowling.
Can't quite get it in the gap, Jagota. 2 balls left in this 39th over. 2 balls left of Pushman's spell. Only limited to 9 overs in this virtual league as Jagota spanks him through the offside.
Well played.
And it races away for a boundary. And 4 more onto Ankush Jagota's total. It was a lovely shot, that wristy nature he has with his batting. And he moves on to 34, 1 ball to go. Doesn't manage to find the single.
That over.
The batting team are now on.
And he's going to hand the reins back over to Granger.
On now.
Change your bowling to medium
And he's going to now have to deal with the other opening bowler, Josh Elliott. He had 2 for 38 so far from his 6. And he's got enough overs in the tank to bowl right through to the close here, should it go that far.
Yep.
Samuel Granger, what a shot that is. What's this guy doing down at number 11? He could get 3 here. Elliott Mann gifting the runs to Bromley. They're going to run 4. Some lovely fielding
Good
from Elliott
precision
Mann.
with a throw back from the deep.
Definitely still a Bromley boy. Deep down as they come back for the 4. You'd have thought maybe Jagota would have kept the strike, but obviously backing Granger and his batting capabilities.
Wait. Yeah.
And Elliott Mann really getting the run around in the field there. He's struggling out there, bless him. He really is toiling in this heat.
2 runs off that
His little
delivery.
legs can't quite carry him around the ground like most of the other players. It's almost like having a colt in the field. You think you'd hide him down at third man or fine leg.
Yep.
Edged, and it is down to third man. And just a single.
Waiting.
And Elliot Mann giving a bit of stick there from the fans on the boundary, and the Bromley players up in the dressing room too. Giving him a bit of stick for his fielding performance we've seen out there.
Waiting.
He'll be looking to use that as some inspiration for his batting later on, I'm sure. There's Josh Elliott. Not been a bad over, but comes into bowl to Jagoto, look for a single, and he does get the single. And keeps the strike. 40 overs done. 2-1-6 for 9.
Change up here. James is off to have a snack, and in his place, it's Mel Jones.
Hey, Slats.
It's James
Good
Taylor
afternoon,
for a
everybody.
snack.
Webster returning
Not me,
to
as
the
much as it's
attack.
difficult to believe. 5 overs to go then. Great Bromley 2-16 for 9. Jagoto and Granger at the crease. Jagoto goes down the ground. More on the leg side actually, and unable to get back for the 2.
And
Just
through
a
for
single.
1.
And exposes Granger now to the off spin of Pete Webster. He also has enough overs left to bowl through to the close should it go that far. Playing a miss from Granger.
The bowler
again.
beating them all ends up there.
Good stuff here from Webster. Real flight, and then getting some good bite from the surface as well. 2 for 36 from him so far, and a good day for him. Hoping to add another wicket into that column.
Ooh, beaten in by the change of pace there.
Another swing and miss from Granger. He's probably better served to just see through the rest of this over rather than risk throwing his wicket away. And he's gone big, Granger. There's a man there though.
Powerful shot.
And he's caught it, has he? No, it's 6. It's 6. The fielder out in the deep has caught it, but he stepped over the rope in order to do so, and Samuel Granger has a 6. I have to say, he's got away with one there. And he swings into the leg side, and there's going to be a single. He can keep the strike, Granger.
Reasonably good over there.
Fairly unusual decision there, but he's got his confidence up with that 6. Granger on to 15 from 9. What a little cameo this has been from him. Bromley 2-2-4 for 9. Elliott in and bowls. Granger smashes through extra cover. It's going to be 4. Sam Granger,
4.
what an innings. What an innings, what a man, what a bloke. What a shot that is. What a shot from Samuel Granger.
Yep.
And he's edged this one, another big swing from him. And they've got a slip in there, Elmstead. They back themselves to
Another run added.
find his edge, but gets the single and is off strike now, Granger. Hands over to Jagoto. Bromley up to 229 for 9. Wouldn't have thought that when they were languishing around a few overs ago.
Shot.
Jagoto pulls in the gap. 4 runs. Ankush Jagoto, what a shot. Elliott not pleased, but rolling that short. Well, on this surface, you're going to get punished. Two balls left in the over. Jagoto on to 40. And he smashed that one. There's a man out there though. And it's misfielded. And that could be Elliot Mann again out there, you know. I wouldn't have thought so out in the deep with his arm, but it could well be. Nailed by Jagota in all fairness. The lazy fielding, it's not, I don't think it is Elliot Mann out there, it might be Edie out there in the deep. Into the 42nd then, Jagota swings and misses.
In that one.
Good short ball from Elliot. Mixing up his lengths there well. Here's Josh Elliott. Webster to continue at the field end. 3 overs to go. Bromley 2-3-5 for 9. And Granger swings into the leg side. And they settle for the single.
Another run added to the score.
Oh, great shot.
Jagota's got it in the cap again, as he has. It's 4. Another boundary for Jagota, who moves on to 46. What an innings it's been from him. Bromley now 240 for 9. Who would have seen this coming? Jagota over mid-off for 50. 50 for Jagota. One bounce 4, and it moves him on to a runnable 50.
Scored here.
And a first Saturday 50 for Ankush Jagota. And what a crucial knock it's been for his team. And he's not done yet. Still 2.5 overs to go. He's on to 50. Granger's on 21 from 12. Oh, it could be over now though.
Shout.
Webster rattles him on the pads.
That was well worth the shout.
And the umpire says
not
no.
out.
I think at this stage they'd go for the review. Being only a couple of overs to go. They don't. Perhaps not quite doing enough from Webster. Looks like it was a straight on delivery. It was his straight on. His top spinner. And everything just outside the line of off stump for him.
That's
And
right out of the middle
Jagota
of the
belts
bat.
it through the offside. What a man he is, Ankush Jagota.
And a 50 partnership here. Off to a strong
50
start.
partnership for the 10th wicket. It's come up in no time. What a crucial partnership this could well be. Bromley almost at 250 now. Matt Wake said 250. As Jagota goes again, there's a man out there though. And Mr. Single keeps a strike.
The boys will be extremely happy with how that over went.
And the boys will be happy. You can see Jagota there really targeting that offside, that extra cover region. Other than that, really, say boundaries all around the ground, to be fair to him. Perhaps they need to go shorter to him here. Just tend to favour the full deliveries, and the field is set for some shorter bowling here from Elliott.
That's
But
what the crowd have
Jagota
come
slaps
to see.
it over, extra
Nicely
cover.
played.
4 runs. What a crucial innings. What a crucial innings from Jagota. Bromley looked as though they were going to struggle as they limped towards 150. And now they're up over 250. Thanks to this man, Ankush Jagota, now on to 60 from just 55 deliveries. And he's got full faith in Sam Granger at the other end. He's on 21 from 12. And what have they got in store in these last 10 balls? A dot there from Elliott. Good delivery from him, taking the pace off. And Satiri is still chatting away in the field to himself. No one else is listening. Still having a good old chat away about the history of Greek cricket, which no one else gives 2 hoots about. As Granger smashes away on the offside and settles for the single.
And a single taken.
Coming now on to 255. And after their incredible run chase last week with St Margaret's, where they chased down 302
well
for
fielded.
victory.
That was headed to the boundary.
They'll be hoping that Elmstead don't have that sort of run chase up their sleeves here this afternoon as Elliott comes in for the last ball of his spell. And it's short and pulled away by Granger. Could look for two. They don't. They settle for the single. Granger will have the strike for the last over.
44th over. The batting team are now 9 for 257.
So 1 over to go. 6 deliveries. Pete Webster to bowl them. Bromley 257 for 9. Where can they finish up? Granger goes big over mid off. 4 runs, 1 bounce 4 for Granger. Beautiful shot from Sammy G, the man who impressed with the ball in the T20 in midweek, and we said was in the team as a bowler. But what a hand he's played here with the bat as he goes again. 4 more, Sammy Granger. Sammy Granger, what a hero. The youngster who has never hit a ball off the square before. And is suddenly on 31 from 17 and he's smashing Webster to all parts of the ground. He's not quite got hold of that one though. And just a single brings Jagota onto strike then. 61 for him so far. Career high for him in Saturday competitive cricket.
Perfect
And
technique.
he's going to add 4 more
and
onto that. Lovely shot. And Bromley running away with this now. Quite incredible, the turnaround in this innings. Under 270 now. And at times we didn't think they'd even make it to 200. And he goes again, Jagota, 4 more.
Let's run
I
away
don't
to the
believe what I'm
boundary.
seeing here. Still 1 ball to go. And Ankush Jagota has been the hero for Bromley on to 69. Granger at the other end on 32. And last ball now, Pete Webster. Jagota swings into the leg side. And they just settle for a single, so
Too expensive in that over.
quite an incredible innings there for Great
I
Bromley.
enjoyed that innings. Saw some nice shots with some very powerful hitting. They have a good total to defend here.
Quite an incredible innings from Bromley. We've seen a variety of different innings in there. We had Bees and Fairley putting on a good start. And then Allen didn't pay off at 3. Baker failed again. And then Cuthbert made it to 20 with some expansive shots. Lloyd 46, crucial innings that was. Holeman season high 26. Wake failed. And then Jagota and Granger at the
Big
end
task
there.
ahead for the batsman. Let's
What
see
a
what he
crucial
can do.
partnership that was for them. So as we come towards the second innings now, we will have a short tea break. Just to run through those stats and figures for you. From the first innings, we said we had a good partnership. Well, looked to be a solid opening stand from Bees and Fairley, playing their shots early on before Fairley nicked off to Elliott for 23. Allen then came and went. The experiment of him at 3 failed this week as he was bowled by Webster, but we're hearing he's off to Leicester for a couple of weeks. Anyway, Baker, we're also hearing this could be his last game for a little while, was then LBW to a cracking delivery from Wilson, and he went for 11. And when he went, and then Bees followed suit, they were 82 for 4, Bromley, and they were in real trouble. Cuthbert, after hitting a 6 off his first ball, made his way to a runnable 20, which by his recent standards it's not too bad for him. And even then it was 99 for 5, as it brought Holyman to the crease to join Jason Lloyd. And they put on a partnership of almost 50, partnership of 41 for them, before Holyman departed to the Pie Chicken, Ross Satiri. 26 from 31, a good innings from him, again by his recent form. And Lloyd continued to steady the ship after Matt Wake fell cheaply for 1. Lloyd steadied the ship still, finishing up 46 from 48 before he fell and was one of 5 victims to fall caught behind to the wicketkeeper Andrew Presney. Ankush Jagota then was joined by Tom Dodd, who fell. Also bowled Pushman caught Presney for a duck. And then Sammy Granger, really against all odds and all expectations, came out with a terrific knock of 32 from just 18 deliveries to support Jagota, who finished on 70, unbeaten on 70 from 59. And that last wicket stand of 80 between Jagota and Granger, and it came in rapid time as well. finishing Bromley on 2.75 for 9, and a tough run chase now in store for Elmstead. We'll take a look at the bowling figures, and wickets were shared around. You have to say a good effort from them wickets wise, with 2 for Pushman, 2 for Elliott, Webster and Wilson, and then 1 for Ross Soteriou. But you have to say the economy was the problem for Elmstead, with Elliott and Webster going around the park at the end, and Pushman also not quite as economical as he has been in the past. But Soteriou will be disappointed not to have bowled more overs. 6 overs, 1 for 21 from him, only 3.5 an over on a pitch that was certainly tailor-made for the spinners. Wouldn't quite perhaps believe that from Webster's figures. He actually bowled well, did Pete Webster. Fell victim to bowling at the death there as Jagoda and Granger went berserk. So there's plenty of runs out there for these Elmstead batsmen if they can apply themselves. We see plenty of firepower in their line-up here, with even you've got Soteriou and Evans down at 8 and 9 who can bat. Sharma can bat at 10. Skipper Pushman we think carded to come in at 7, and plenty of batting there for the Elmstead team, and they'll be looking to give this run chase a good old crack here as they look to pick up their first victory of the season. So could be a cracker here, could be another thrilling run chase after last week's extravagant chase from Bromley. We could see something similar from Elmstead here this afternoon. So do join us. We'll be back for the start of the second innings in just under 10 minutes time, and we'll join you. We hope you can join us for the start of the second innings at 10 to 3. So 2:50 we'll be back here for the start of the Elmstead run chase. Good afternoon and welcome back to the Alum Arena. We are here for the 7th fixture of the virtual two counties season, and we've seen Great Bromley win the toss and then pile on 275 for 9 after looking at one stage as if they were going to struggle to make it anywhere near 200. Or at multiple stages they looked as though they weren't going to get anywhere near 200. In the end they powered past it thanks to some late big hitting from Jagota and Granger, who put on the last wicket partnership of 80, an unbeaten partnership at that, and really bailing the rest of their batsmen out, who didn't deliver today. But you have to admire some of the bowling skill that was on offer and on show from the Elmstead team, and they'll be looking to put on a batting masterclass of their own from what we've seen from Jagota and Granger. And as we said before, plenty of batting in their lineup. It's going to be Eadie and Worsley to open the batting. We think Presney, the keeper batsman, is coming at 3, with former Bromley man Elliot Mann carded at 4, with a couple of first team players carded in below him. Then you see the skipper Pushman at 7, Sotirio at 8, and then Evans and Sharma at 9 and 10, who can bat as well. So plenty of batting for Elmstead and plenty of bowling options for Great Bromley, and they'll be looking to utilise all of those on this pitch that should suit their spinners. So we'll head back out there. Players look like they're just about ready, heading out towards the middle now, and we'll head down there for the start of this Elmstead run chase.
The right arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the car park end.
It's going to be Conrad Baker with the new ball, bowling to Fraser Eadie, who hasn't had a very good start to the season, and that's putting it nicely.
Swing and a miss. The batsman misjudging that one.
Good start from Baker, swing early doors, and getting past the edge of Eadie, and again a play and a miss.
Batsman didn't know where that was going. Plays and misses.
Yep.
Umpire lets that one go. Looked
And
well
Elmstead are
wide.
underway then. Eadie with a single. Worsley has had a good start to the season. 230 runs so far for him, an average of 46. And he has been a bright spark
Yep.
in this
Safely
Elmstead
placed
batting
that along the
lineup
ground.
so far this season.
Very wide line there.
One ball left then in this opening over. Baker to bowl it to Eadie, short and wide, and under edge, and it skips up off the turf and well stopped by
The
Breezy
right arm
Slip.
pace bowler is coming into the attack from the forest end.
And we're going to see Ed Fairley from the field end. He didn't get the score he'd have liked with the bat. We're hoping to perform with the ball as Worsley pulls away. Short from Fairley, and his first ball was smashed away for 4. Terrific shot from Worsley. And we're hoping that loosens his shackles, and could he play a magnificent knock here to get Elmstead up and running.
Well and
response
truly
from
beaten
Fairley.
by the bowler.
Terrific response from him, the shape, the in-swing. And beating Worsley's edge, a lazy waft from him.
Waiting.
The bowler beating them all ends up there.
Good bowling in that over.
The score is now 9 for 6.
Yep, that's it!
Oh, and it's top edge straight up in the air. And the catch is taken.
Caught.
B's got there to take the catch. And Baker strikes with the first wicket as Edie tried to pull it. He got himself in a real tangle there, Edie. And the top edge straight up in the air. And B's came in from slip to take the catch. And Bromley have their first wicket. Edie departs for 1. Bold Baker caught B's, combination we've seen a few times over the last few seasons. And it brings keeper batsman Pressley to the crease. So a good day with the gloves. What's he got in store for us with the bat? They did cross, so it'll be at the non-striker's end.
Yep.
Edged.
Great
Oh, and
delivery to find the edge.
through the gap. Not sure what Bees was doing there. It could have been back-to-back wickets for Baker. It could have been back-to-back catches for Bees. The edge from Worsley flies through the gap between keeper and slip. And the gap, you have to say, is probably a little bit too big.
Wait there.
We could have seen Baker on a hat-trick there. But 4 to Worsley instead.
Wait.
Another really good over there.
The batting team are now 1 for 10.
End of the third over then, a good one from Baker. Elmstead 10 for 1. Fairly coming in from the other end.
Not mucking about here. First ball and he's off the mark.
That's what
Smashed
the crowd
away
have
by
come to
Worsley.
see. Nicely played.
And 4 for him. He's not one to hang around, is Worsley. He likes to post shots. Sometimes in quite an ugly manner, but certainly plays his shots and doesn't hang around, Worsley. As we've seen so far, he's on to 13 from 13. And fairly be disappointed.
Wait there. Yep. Yep.
Foley gets the better of the batsman.
Waiting.
Ends that over.
4th over. The score is now 16 for 1.
Yep.
Punched away by Worsley. And Dodd gives chase, but he's not able to get there. It's 4
Good
runs.
shot.
Oh, a good shot from him. Being positive here early on in this run chase. Good stuff from Adam Worsley.
Wait there.
Plays it nicely along the ground.
Waiting. Yep.
The bowler's got away with that one there. Most of the time, that's called wide. Well, just a lack of concentration there.
Reasonably good over there.
Good over from Baker. Preston struggling to get that away. And Fairley's going to continue. 10 conceded from his 2 overs so far. And he'll be looking to get involved in the wickets as he beats the
Tries
edge
to
of
drive
Worsley.
that, but missed times.
He's done it on a few occasions, Fairley. And unfortunate, not quite finding the edge. And again, it's there to hit really, and Worsley missed out. Short from Fairley, and is there a feather on that? There's not. It's given a wide, in fact.
Power and
And after the
precision in
wide,
that shot.
Worsley smashes over extra cover. 1 bounce 4 for him. And not the response Fairley wanted or needed from the harsh wide call from the umpire. Worsley on to 23. And he goes again. There's a man there though. What a
That's
catch!
a very helpful catch.
What a catch! Matt Wake. Ed Fairley with his new haircut strikes. And I think it's Matt Wake at point with the catch. It could be Cuff, but they do look similar. It is Matt Wake. It's Matty Wake with the catch. Above his head at point. We've seen that before. And thrown in the air, and a big celebration from him as they know Worsley is a key man in this Elmstead lineup. And here we go then. Here we go.
Is the new batsman.
Elliot Mann, former Bromley player, standing at 5'1". He's in and defends, and he's off the mark first ball. And he's been keen to get that run out the way.
Good shot.
Plenty of chat in his ear, I'm sure, but he's off the mark and off strike.
Yep.
Preston punched into the offside. And then we'll come back for 2, so
A wicket falls.
Fairley gets his wicket.
Didn't seem to do much to slow down the run rate in that over. The pace bowler is
over, and
coming
we're gonna
into
go to
the
Granger.
attack from the car park end.
Granger, who's shone already this afternoon with the bat. And he'll be hoping to do so with the ball in hand this time. And
The
full
batsman
delivery
didn't
early
know
on.
where that was going.
Granger, who impressed in the T20 midweek, and he's call up to the Saturday side as Mann pulls away. Gets himself another single. He's knocking it around, these two Elmstead men, looking to build a partnership, rotating the strike. Not letting the bowler settle. Granger will be looking to strike early on in his spell here and get himself in amongst the wickets. Oh, he's rattled man on the gloves there. Good
Well
pace
and
from
truly
Sammy
beaten
G.
by the bowler.
Waiting. Yep.
In the misfield there. Not used to seeing those from this Bromley team. It didn't cost any runs. Granger comes to the end of his first over then. He's in and bowls to man, inside edge onto the pad. And scampers through for the single, keeps the strike.
That's quite a good over.
Pace right up there from Granger. Up at 95. A really good over from him. Starting off his spell. Fairley is going to continue from the other end. He's looking fairly tired though. No pun intended. And there's hot weather out there. But luckily he's got his fresh streamlined haircut to help him steam through the air and into the crease. As he does so here, he's in and bowls and man prods into the offside. See Elliott Man going to give him this Bromley pitch a prod. Certainly knows these conditions. Here in this ground swap, as we mentioned earlier on, the Elmstead ground unavailable for use today.
Full ball
And
got
Fairley
on top
goes
of it
full
early.
and floaty. And Man smashes him away over extra cover for 4. A lovely shot from Elliott Man. And we'll be hoping that that shot just loosens him up and gets him going. It was a full floaty half volley from Fairley. And Man timed it beautifully and get it away for 4. Expensive as Fairley.
Wait.
Dot ball this time. Midfielding from Dodd. 2 balls left in this 8th over then. Fairley's 4th. Do you think it'll probably be his last for a little while?
Waiting.
Unless he can prize the wicket of Man here. 1 ball to go. What's he got up his sleeve here? Fairley. He's going to go short. I'm going to test him out with some short stuff. He's been out for the hook.
Wait.
No, it's gone full and Man punches to Dodd at cover.
End of
And
the
a
over.
dot to end the
4
over.
runs coming from it.
Only 4 from it, but 4 too many from the standards Fairley sets himself. Granger then from the road end coming in. Certainly got his pace up last over. And a good start from him to this one.
Yeah.
Driven from Preston and it's in the gap. I think it's quite got the legs to make it to the fence. And Dodd gives chase. And
Good
keeps it
precision
down
with
to
the throw
2.
back
Good
from the
fielding from
deep.
him.
Wait. Yep.
Granger then in and bowls.
Plays and misses.
And a play and a miss from Man outside the off stump. Good stuff from Sammy G. And again, struggling with that short stuff, Man. A fair amount of chirp in his ears out there. And more of a golf swing, that one. A play and a miss. Now hearing he's claiming to be retired. It's just an excuse for not being very good, I think. But as he plays and
Not
misses
a lot the
again,
batsman
and
could do in that over.
they'll be claiming he's retired as
Singh,
excuse
the
for not being
left
very
arm
good.
orthodox bowler, is coming into the attack from the Forest end.
And they turn now to Ankush Jagota, last season the star man with the ball. And you have to say he's been the star man again this term so far. Star man with the bat today. Can he repeat those heroics with the ball here? The pitch should suit him, the conditions should suit him. Let's see what he's got in store. Yeah, left arm round the wicket and swing and a miss from Presney.
Couldn't get the drive away.
Good turn there from Jagota, and Baker can't believe it. Another play and a miss. Yet to get a bat on one from Jagota here, Presney. A lovely start to his spell.
Yeah, gotcha.
The ball is going very high in the air.
And a big
but
shot.
there is
The
a
man
fielder under
there.
it.
Everyone's
Catches
running
it.
over to celebrate.
Six, is it?
This is an important
It's
wicket.
a catch. It's a wicket. And a big hit from Presney after the build-up of dots. And he just didn't quite get enough on it. And the catch is taken by Charlie Allen at long on. Presney departs for 7. And Elmstead now 39 for 3.
The new batsman will be down at the non-strikers end.
Pete Webster comes in to join Man at the crease. And we'll just have a look at that, because you'll see here a big hit from Presney. It was flighted up by Jagota, and Presney got hold of it, and they've taken Allen's word for it that he didn't stand on the boundary rope. Let's have a look here. It's fine so far. As we roll it on, does he stand on the boundary? You can see quite clearly there. His left foot is on the boundary. That left foot of Charlie Allen does just step back onto the boundary marker. So some dishonesty there from him. The umpire's taken his word from it that he didn't step over the rope. And he didn't step over the rope, did he? He stepped on the rope. And the umpire's trusted him. He's claimed it as out, and they're not having a look back at it on the cameras. And the wicket stands.
Yep.
Disappointing from Allen as Man rocks back and cuts away. 4 to him. And a lovely shot from Elliot Mann.
Good bowling in that over.
Advised to refrain from inappropriate behaviour. Failure to do so will result in ejection from the venue.
Yep.
The fielder cuts that one off well.
1 run there. Perfect technique and
Short
placement.
and punched away. Lovely shot again from Man. He's looking good out there. Looking very good out there, Elliot Man.
The bowler
Granger
beating them
responds,
all
beating his
ends up
edge.
there.
Pace was up on that one.
Wait.
Tries
Playing
to
a miss
drive
again
that,
from
but
Man.
missed times.
Really good stuff from Sammy Granger.
Batsmen weren't given much of an opportunity in that over.
3 for 48.
And Jagota going to continue from the field end. Elmstead 48 for 3. Oh, finds
Edges
the
it.
edge. A lovely delivery from Singy. And 1 for 4 from him so far. Webster can certainly bat, as he shows there with a glorious shot to the leg side.
Runs
4
to
runs.
the boundary for 4.
Lovely shot from Pete Webster. Picking it up off his pads. And just an excellent little flick. And the timing on it was immaculate. And it raced away to the fence.
That could easily have
missed
hit
that
the
one, though.
stumps. Well bowled.
Good delivery from Jagota. Only just missing that off stump.
Wait.
And they need a partnership here, Elmstead. Webster and Man are going to have to hang around for a while. And they're going to have to set a platform because they've got a big target to chase. And they've lost 3 men already. And they'll probably be looking to rattle through and get this game over and done with. Elmstead will
Wait.
feel they've
That's
still got
some
plenty
good
of batting in the
bowling.
tank.
End of the over.
Team are now on
So to the end of the 12th over.
52.
And Granger's going to continue as he comes in to bowl to Elliot Mann. Former Bromley player who's looked in fairly good touch out there.
Waiting.
He's a little man that struggled to hit it off the square. He's doing alright. Granger
Oh,
looking good
not
too
able
though,
to connect there.
as he beats the edge of Elliot Mann. He remarks his guard. And prepares to face Granger again, who said impressed midweek, and then he shone with the bat this afternoon. The only thing missing from his day so
Swing and
far
miss.
is
The batsman misjudging
a
that
couple
one.
of wickets, which I'm sure he'd love to be the man to take the wicket of Elliot Mann.
Wait.
And he goes full, and Man manages to dig it out. Good stuff here from Sammy G though, plenty of dots. 4 dots on the trot here to Man. What's that going to lead to at the end of this
Waiting.
over? Another dot. 5 dots now. Can he join them up and make him a maiden? And a really well controlled over from Granger. But Man not looking to take too many risks. And this time he's picked it up over mid-wicket.
Nice
And it
shot.
skips away for
4
4.
runs.
Lovely shot from Man. And a little full and a little floaty from Granger. As Man gets underneath it and whips it away for 4. Lovely shot from him to end the 13th over. You see that required rate creeping up towards 7 now.
Yep.
And Elmstead will be looking to control that.
Another run added.
As will Bromley though. Bromley will be looking to keep that required rate increasing. As Jagota comes in here to bowl to Man.
Yeah.
And it's short and cut away. There's a Man out there though, just a single. Man moves on to 20.
One more to the score.
Yep. Wait there.
Cut away again, but can't beat that wake at point. And we've got a slip in here. It's just some mind games with Man. Well flighted from Jagosa, and man did buy into the drive, but played it well and controlled it, just unable to find the gap. As Jagosa comes heavy over here.
Another really good
another
over
dot.
there.
The batting team are now
Good over from him.
9 for 3.
And Sam Granger is going to continue into his 5th over here. Quite a long spell for him, but he's bowled well.
Wait.
As Webster defends. Oh, the
The
plan of
batsman
miss.
didn't know where that was going.
More good stuff here from Sammy G. Hitting that line and length on a consistent basis. Certainly have been training hard over the winter.
Yeah.
As Webster flashes away, and that's going to be 4. Width on offer from Granger. And Webster made the most of it, carving away for 4. Slight top edge on it, but it's in the gap. Raced away to the fence. 63 for 3 Elmstead. Granger in and bowls, and Webster can't find the gap.
Waiting.
We've got a change in the commentary box. Joining me now is James Taylor.
Thanks, lads. Good to be back.
Time for a drink here. 15 overs done. And Webster and Mann have earned their drink. Put on a little bit of a partnership here. And Bromley are going to stick with Ankush Jagota. Into his 4th over. They've got plenty of
Played that
options,
along
Bromley.
the
Still
ground.
got a spin of Bees and Dodd that we haven't seen so far. Also the medium pace of Charlie Allen and Matt Wake, which we could see called into the attack later on. That required rate is now up above 7 for Elmstead. But they'll be focusing on batting through some overs here and trying to get that first batting point as the first milestone. As Mann flicks into the leg
nice
side.
shot.
And it's 4 more to him. A lovely shot. 2 straight from Jagota. And Mann works it off his pads. And it's a lovely shot. 24 he's on to now.
Waiting.
Plays that nicely along the ground. They take a single.
Raoul Webster on the pad.
The batsmen have been kept relatively quiet.
Starting
here.
down the leg side.
Another good over comes to an end.
This bowler really can get these spinning a long way.
And now we are going to see
Let's
Tom
see how
Dodd,
they go.
the man who we've built up as posing the biggest threat to Elliott Mann. Oh, and he's found his edge straight away. Found his edge straight away, Tom Dodd. Straight into his rhythm, into his groove. And he'll be backing himself to dismiss Elliott Mann here.
The batsman didn't know where that was going.
of
a
the
swing and a
over.
miss, and Tom
No
Dodd
change to the score.
all over Elliott Mann there, a maiden to him, and Mann struggling to lay a bat on him there. As Jagota bowls to Webster, who goes over the offside. And the man at long off won't cut it off, Sam Granger. It goes for 4. And a good shot from Webster with the spin. A width on offer from Jagota. And these two just starting to put a platform together here. As Webster cuts away again. There's a man there though. Oh, and it's the curse of the commentator.
The batsman has been in impressive form lately.
The curse of the commentator.
And this is massive for the fielding side.
As Webster picks out the man in the deep. It was short from Jagota. And Webster, well, wasn't too short, but short enough for Webster to rock back and try and cut it. And he got right underneath it and picked out Conrad Baker in the deep, who, surprising to us all, holds on to the catch. And Pete Webster has to go for 15.
Elliott
just building
is
the partnership.
At the non-strikers.
And we were just praising the building of the partnership. And then it comes to an end. It brings Josh Elliott to the crease. He can certainly bat. And they'll need an Elliott partnership here as Elliott Mann and Josh Elliott. But take Elmstead towards Bromley's total. We're not sure how close they'll get. But they're going to have to give it a go, or at least try and get themselves some batting points here this afternoon. We saw the late flurry of runs from the tail, from Bromley's tail. And there's plenty of batting in the Elmstead line-up too.
Wait there.
So perhaps we could see a similar flurry of runs down the order for them.
Yeah.
Really good over there. Takes the wicket and keeps it tight.
4 for 73.
Yep.
Elliott ready to face their first ball.
Yeah. Keeper.
1 run added.
Goes through to the wicket keeper.
It's going to be a
No
wide from
shot
Dodd.
offered.
Didn't need to play at that one. Wide. That's hit the pad.
And Dodd
Huge
runs on the
appeal.
pads, he's got him. Dodd strikes. Dodd strikes LBW. We could consider the review Elliott Mann. We said Dodd was going to be the man to get Elliott out, and he has done. Elliott Mann departs. LBW playing across a straight one to Tom Dodd for 27. And it brings the skipper Pushman to the crease. It was a great delivery from Dodd.
Woodsy about
But really, you have to say, it looked as though Mann just played across a straight one.
to face their first ball.
Hit him in front of off stump. It was going on to hit off stump. Lazy shot from Elliott Mann. And we build up that battle between Dodd and Mann as being a key one, and Dodd's come out on top as we suspected he might. So wicket for him. Elmstead now 76 for 5,
Along the ground.
and they are struggling to say the least. Plenty of batting for them though.
1 more to the score.
Oh, and I miss Elliott missing that, rocking back, looking to cut. And brave to be cutting Bromley's spinners on this pitch.
Good bowling in that over.
The batting team are now on 5 for 77.
to go to continue. You think Bromley might
Yep.
look at giving a few other people the
Perfect
bowl.
technique and placement.
Cushman paddles that round the corner. Lovely shot from him. Lovely little paddle shot round the corner. It brings him 4. Not quite sure what Jagota's plan is here over the wicket. Perhaps seen something from Cushman before that he thinks is the best mode of attack.
Right there. Yep.
You say now should be a routine win for Bromley.
Waiting.
That's Cushman sweeps, that's just short of the man at mid-wicket.
Right there.
Just a lack of concentration there.
Right.
A nice over comes to an end.
Dodd continuing for Bromley then as he bowls to Elliott.
Waiting.
And the Elmstead 81 for 5. And are these two going to drag it out, or are they going to play some shots and get it over and done with? We'll see. Yeah, it's a long old ask to see them get anywhere near the 276, but they can pick themselves up some batting points.
Yeah.
And they get through for 1.
Mistimed that one. Big shout for an LBW.
Hill
Not
from
sure
Dodd,
the
but
captain is convinced though.
looks
I
like the
think he
inside edge
might be
there.
right.
The umpire not interested.
Another good over from Tom Dodd.
Baker coming back on here. They've been bowling well so far.
I think they'd be giving people a bowl, but they're turning back to Comrade Baker. Also looking to get this done in a hurry, Bromley.
Yep.
Any bowling options out there? You've still got Bees waiting to have a bowl, Wake as well.
They'll get
Fancy
one
their
more.
chance of picking up some wickets. Baker finds the edge, but it's safe, soft hands from Cushman. So he probably played it well in the end.
Right.
That looked really wide, but not called for it. That was quite a good over there.
Over. The score is now 5 for 85.
Dodd continuing for Bromley. And the game's gone a little flat here. Pushman and Elliott looking as though their plan is to just sort of hang around and drag the game out a little bit. And Bromley not looking to do too much about that, really.
Yep. Yep.
And through for one.
Right there. Right there.
Dodson has done well in that over.
Yep.
Very nice throw back there. Good fielding.
They get back for 2.
Waiting.
Some well-targeted bowling in that over.
The batting team are now 92.
Beasley, the right armour, is coming into the attack from the car park end.
Yep.
We are going to see Bees into the attack then. Another of the Bromley spin merchants. Pushman's taken a single from his first ball, and Bees will be looking to rattle through this Elmstead tail now. We'll get through the middle order first, and Pushman and Elliott both decent enough batsmen.
They get a single.
Yep.
Well flighted from Bees, and Pushman nudges down the ground for a single. Just knocking it around here, Elmstead. Getting to 100, I suppose, is the first milestone for them. And they'll be trying to set about getting up to 150.
Oh, not able to connect.
At least, you'd think. Getting to 150, probably have aspirations of reaching 200.
Yep.
Depends how long these two can bat and keep their wickets intact.
Good bowling there. Kept them quiet.
Good first over from Bees. And Baker's going to continue from the other end, the field end, as that required rate heads up towards 9. It looks as though Elmstead have almost given up on that, really. And we'll just be looking to pick up some batting points. Still 180 required for them, with just 20 overs to go.
And 2 runs added to the scoreboard.
Sitting on the
Big
pad.
shot for that one.
And looked as though it's sliding down the leg side. Big appeal from Baker.
Didn't get the wicket, but that will have unnerved the batsman. He
Not
needs to
given
keep
the
the pressure
discusser
up.
review. Did look to be sliding down the leg side though, so I'd be surprised.
Wait.
Another dot.
Yep. Catch.
Oh,
Big
picks
shot
that
from
one
Josh Elliott
nicely.
over extra
Good
cover.
shot.
Brings him a 1 bounce 4. Quality shot from him. And using the swing, Baker was taking it in the right direction and he's timed it beautifully. It flies away off his bat. And you see it brings a 1 bounce 4. Elmstead into 3 figures then, 102 for 5.
Yep.
As he comes into 26th, short from Baker, and carved down to 3rd man from Elliott to keep the strike.
That was another good over. This
And
will be
into the
growing
26th over,
frustration for the
103
batsman.
for 5 the score. And we're back to Bees at the road end.
Yep.
Driven from Elliott, driven square, and Allen gets round to cut it off and keeps it down to 2.
He'll get 2 for that.
Good fielding
Great
from him
shot.
in the deep, better than what we saw from Elliott Mann earlier on in the day, as Bees makes a few adjustments to the field. I'd love to get the bragging rights over Elliott here. It's the wrong end, which Elliott doesn't pick.
Beaten the batsman. That was a corker.
Not picking the wrong end there, Elliott. Got away with that one. Let's see what Bees going to serve up for him next. Full again and rattles him on the pad.
Hit the pad. Huge appeal.
And a big appeal. Looked close. Might have just
That
pitched
was
outside
well
leg.
worth asking the question.
Certainly looked as though it was going to crash into the stumps, but might well have pitched outside leg. We'll take a look. And yeah, you can see there, a fair distance outside leg. No doubt it was going to cannon into middle stump. Right, pitching outside leg. Make a decision not to review.
Wait there.
And wrong and again. Picked this time from Elliott, but unable to get it away. Oh, he did not pick that
Beaten
one.
all ends up by
It's
that.
another googly from Bees, and this time Elliott departs. You see he's played for the leg spin. Or has he? I don't know if he's played for what he's played for there, but the wrong end deceives him. The flight and the drift, and then the turn. And it cannons into off stump. And Josh Elliott has to depart. Bowled Bees. And that brings Busy Bill to the crease, averaging 15 so far this season. And Bees will be hoping that it's only a one-ball innings for Soterio here this afternoon.
Yep.
He's off the mark, first ball, Busy Bill. And he'll be
That's some
hoping that
good
Bromley
bowling.
haven't got
End of the over.
Barringer lined up, ready to come on.
The right arm pace bowler
And as we
is
say
coming
that,
into the attack from the
Bromley have
forest
their
end.
very own Michael Barringer in Matty Wake, ready to come on and target Ross Soterio.
Waiting.
They've seen him fall victim to this kind of bowling before. We had plenty of chat in and around the bat. And Matt Wake, who failed to deliver with the bat, can he deliver with the ball?
Wait. Yep.
Oh,
Slingy
great
action.
shot.
Medium pace. Soterio gets this one in the gap. It could be 4, you know, it is 4. Beautiful timing from Soterio, and it crept away to the fence for 4. Matt Wake not impressed. Very rarely is. Just lent on it, Soterio. Very lazy shot. And it timed it beautifully. And here he is then, Barringer 2.0.
Wait.
Short and width on offer again. Soterio fails to make him pay. Matt Wake happier with that one, a dot. You always know Matt Wake's around, you can always hear him. Lovely fella though, much loved around the club. Not so much by opposition players.
He lets that go through to the keeper.
Waiting. Yep.
And the end of a tidy over.
Bees then to Soterio. He's looked alright since he come in.
Wait.
So he would be disappointed to be this far down the order. Has always backed himself to be a top order batsman, but obviously Skipper Pushman not quite seeing it in him. He'll be looking to prove himself right and prove his skipper wrong. Getting himself a score here. Plenty of time left to bat. And no real pressure to go after the Bromley total, so just a bit of time perhaps to bat for himself here, Soterio.
Yep.
And he goes big in the air, down the ground. There's a man there, and it's
Doesn't
over
matter
him.
where you put
6.
the fielders if you can get it over their heads.
6 from Soterio. Fairly streaky, only just got it over the man. It was flighted from Bees. And they went a long way up with the bat of Soterio and just evaded the man at long on. But 6 to him. And he'll be pleased with that one. And appeal this time, it's pitched outside leg again though. Not going to be given out when you pitch it
Shaking the
outside
head
leg,
from the
Mr.
umpire,
Bees.
and from the bowler as well. He was certain on
You
that
wouldn't
one.
think they'd go for a review, they don't. That's just some mind games with Soterio. What's Bees got in store for him this time?
Yep.
Driven in the gap.
Bowler.
And just a single. Caravan's never running 2 there.
1 run added.
Even though they are his own runs, he's never getting back for 2 on that occasion. And Pushman, who's been in 19 balls now, just plodding along.
Oh.
Kept it
playing a miss
fairly
from him.
tight in that over.
And 1 over before the drinks break then. Matt Wake to bowl it. 5 from his first over. The specialist in medium pace slingers.
Wait.
He is the definition of dobbers. Here's Matt Wake. And we're sure he'll be loving it as Soterio goes and prods down a length far too short for what Matt Wake is bowling. Maybe not. Maybe that was just about the right length for Matt Wake to bowl. Not looking particularly dangerous is Wake. He'll be hoping to get in the wickets. I'm sure his teammates will be hoping he can too.
Wait there.
One more added.
Whipped one
Nicely
off from
played.
Wake and smashed away by Pushman. And a 1-4 for him. In a while since he played an aggressive shot. And he's got that one away, and some enthusiasm there from the umpire with his signalling. He's obviously fairly bored, seeing this game drift towards its conclusion.
Lets
And
that
Pushman
go
leaves
through
that
to
one
the
alone.
keeper.
Better
Not too
delivery from
bad
Wake.
from either side there.
And the end of the 30th over, time for a drink. And up at 1:23 for 6 as we see George Littlechild out there bringing out the drinks for the Bromley boys. And some words of advice and probably some shoddy banter as well. I wonder if he's been learning the rules during the week, Georgie. I doubt it. Oh, an appeal. Satiri could be gone here. Doesn't pick the wrong one from Bees.
Though. I think he might be right. That is
And the
wicket
umpire
they
gives
were
it.
after.
Bees strikes again. It's that wrong one again. You got Josh Elliott with it. And now it looks as though he's got Satiri who doesn't review. And Ross Satiri, Busy Bill, Caravan, plenty of names. But out. Departed batsman is one that he'll go by
He's getting
at the moment. We'll take a look at that.
ready to face
Ball
the
tracking.
next ball.
The only thing that would have saved him was potentially the height. Or outside the line maybe. But it jagged back in. The impact umpire's cool. And it was crashing, it wasn't going over. Crashing into middle and off. From Bees, and Satiri not picking the googly. And he has to go. So Evans in now, who's certainly a capable batsman. Shifted down the order to make room for the supposed
The batsmen seem to misjudge that
first team
entirely.
improvements.
Great bowling.
But they haven't added much to the batting lineup, and he might feel aggrieved to have been put down as low as 9. But as we said with Satiri, time now for him to bat for himself and get himself a score, and earn himself a move back up the order for next week's game. And Bees sticking predominantly with his googlies now, seen them be effective so far.
Waiting.
Walked across his stumps, Evans, and
that's
smashed
4.
away for 4. Good shot, but a brave, risky shot, exposing all 3 stumps. Just about got enough bat on it to take it away for 4.
One wicket falls in that over.
Team are now on 7 for 127.
Matt Wake to continue. Oh, and a play and a miss from
The
Pushman.
batsman didn't know where that was going.
Right there.
Come on then, Matty Wake. Get yourself a wicket.
Yep.
Driven from Pushman. And they get a single.
And they get through for 1.
And Wake now has Evans on strike. Can he get himself that first wicket of the season? He's got the whole team, the whole crowd behind him. Can he do it? And a block from Evans. Solid in defence. And Wake pleased himself, telling himself it was defended because it was a really high quality delivery. Not just because Evans couldn't bear getting out to Matt Wake.
Wait there.
And another dot. And good little spell this from Matty Wake. Just 11 from his almost 3 overs.
Yep.
And
That's
carved away in the
racing to the
air.
fence.
Oh, and it's in the gap. It's going to be 4. 4 for Evans. There's a catching chance for a second there, you thought. For Cuthbert a point. And it raced away for 4. And we're back to Bees now.
Right there.
Oh, he's bowled
What a
him.
ball. The batsman bamboozled and ended up
Drag
knocking it
on
back
from
onto his
Pushman.
own stump.
I think it was just a
Beautifully
leggy from Bees, it was. And Pushman tried to work out the back foot and dragged it onto his leg stump. And he has to go. Not the best innings from him. 14 from 27 for the skipper. And he's another victim to the leg spin of Bees. And brings Ashok Sharma to the crease.
Is at the crease.
And Bees 3 for 18. Been a good day with the ball for him. Best figures of the season so far.
The batsman
playing
in
a
a
miss
way
from
lucky
Sharma.
not to connect there. He misread that and could easily have found the edge.
And pushed down the ground for 1.
They get a single.
Towards the end of their 33rd over here, the end of Bees' 5th. And it's flighted and smashed into the leg side. There's a man out of corner there, and it's just a single for
The
Evans,
boys
who will keep the
take a
strike.
wicket in that over.
And that oversaw the wicket of Elmstead skipper Zach Pushman. And dragged on, trying to work off the back foot. And was bowled. So 12 overs to go if it goes that far. Elmstead 134 for 8. And Matt Wake now urged on by this bumper crowd here at the Ella Marina to get his first senior wicket of the season. Come on, Matty. Certainly be big celebrations if he does manage to get one. Edged! Oh, and it's fallen just short of the keeper. You have to wonder why Lloyd is standing back to someone bowling the pace that Matt Wake is. But he'll be confident he's found the edge, Matt Wake. And he get one to carry this time. Edged again, doesn't carry. That keeper needs to come up to the stumps. Jason Lloyd, you're too far back. Matt Wake's all over Evans here. He needs to get the edge to carry. His keeper's not coming up to the stumps. Perhaps social distancing,
Bowler
staying 2
beating
metres
them
away
all
from the
ends up.
batsman. I'm not 100% sure, but Matt Wake is on fire here. Absolutely all over Evans. Can't find the gap. And been a good over this from Matt Wake. Can he finish it off with a wicket? It's in the air. It's going over mid-on though, and it's 6.
That's gone for 6.
6 for Evans. Big shot down the ground. Not the end of the over that Matt Wake would have wanted. It's going to be Bees continuing from the road end. Flighted and edged. Safely from Sharma. And it's cut and dropped. Jason Lloyd drops it. Sharma went back for the cut. And the extra bounce from Bees deceived him. And they nicked it through to Jason Lloyd, who juggled it but couldn't hold on.
Well and truly beaten by the bowler.
They'll get a single.
Bees then to Evans, flighted outside off, and a expansive drive from Evans, he plays and misses. And this game drifting towards a close here, but Bees and Wake have looked good.
So it's time for a change up here.
Which is certainly
James
suited
is off
for the
to
slower
have a snack,
bowling.
And in his place, it's Mel Jones.
Matt Wake is going to
Yes, lads.
continue.
Good afternoon to you all.
And he'll be looking for his wicket here, Matt Wake. Required rate up now over 13. Kind of irrelevant at this stage, I think. Elmstead will look to get themselves to 150 for the next batting point, and then they'll be aiming for 175, you would have thought. Edge, done in the gap. And you have to think maybe it's just not quite going to be Matt Wake's day. Bowled very well. Just needs that wicket.
Yep. Plays that nicely along the ground.
A single to mid-off. Lazy fielding from Jagota, not quite sharp enough there to cut off that single. Here comes Matt Wake then.
He lets that go through to the
Shorter and
keeper.
wider and not called a wide. Lucky there, Matt Wake. I feel these could be the last couple of balls in his spell though. He comes in to bowl to Evans. And playing a miss, hit him on the pad.
Wade gets the better of the batsman. Edged.
Well, that was another good one for the bowler.
Another good over from Matt Wake. Perhaps he'll have one more in his
Singh
tank.
has some good figures so far. Coming on for a new
And they're looking to go back to Jagota here.
spell.
Smashed away on the leg side from Sharma. Lovely shot.
Oh, just lands inside the
that
boundary.
brings him 4.
4 runs.
Brilliant shot from him and takes Elmstead slightly closer towards that 150 mark for the next batting point.
Nothing the batsman could have done better.
And going for
Great
that
ball.
big shot on the leg side again, but he managed an inside edge onto his pad. Good job he did, or it would have been gone. On the pad again, but doing too much.
Swing and a miss there. Came
Too much
very
from
close to
Jagota.
the stumps.
Yep.
Can't
cut
hit
away
it
over
more
point.
sweetly than that.
And it races away for 4 for Sharma. Lovely shot from him. And short and wide from Jagota and punished.
Yep.
And a single. And that's the
Played a
end
miss.
of
Good
another
delivery
tidy
from
over.
Jagota at the end of that over.
The right arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the Forest end.
And they're going back to Samuel Granger. He bowled well earlier on. And Matt Wake is out of the attack now. Here he's been told to keep loose. He might be called on in a few overs'
Tries to
time.
drive that, but missed times.
Yep.
Short from Granger and
Very
cut away by
firmly.
Sharma. And 4 more to him. Good shot.
Misread that one. Couldn't get the drive away.
Yep.
4 runs there. Super shot.
Yep.
Another run added.
ends that over.
38th over. The score is now 160 for 8.
Wait there. Yep. Wait.
Plays and misses.
Doing too much there, missing off stump. Some good turn out there, Jagota.
Yep.
As we see there again, as Evans edges in the vacant third man region. Matt Wake cuts it off. Keeps it down to a single. Good fielding from him. Been a good little partnership for Elmstead this. Taking them past 150. And they'll be looking to get
And
up
he's
to
there on this.
175 as Sharma smashes away. And at 6 for Ashok Sharma. Terrific shot over the leg side. And 6 overs to go. Elmstead on to 168 for 8. Maybe they'd be looking for 200.
They like it.
And that's never
Loud
going to be out,
appeal.
Semi. The review there, clearly going down the leg side. 108 required from 35. I'd say it's kind of irrelevant at this stage now.
Yep.
We'll still be looking for the next batting point at 175 and then the one after that at 200. And we get another couple there.
2 runs there.
Yeah, it's closer to the 175 mark. Any points they do earn here could be crucial in their battle to survive relegation
Safely
from
plays
Division
that along the
5.
ground.
They'd be hoping not to be down there come the end of the season, but looks as though they're still going to be winless after this game, which would then mean 7 games without a win for the Elmstead boys.
Yep.
Good work in the field there.
Good chase out in the deep, keeps it down to 2. Evans on to 20, Sharma's on to 28 from 22. Little cameos from these two batsmen looking to earn their place up the order for next week's game. Yeah, there could be plenty of changes in the Bromley lineup for their game against Battersford next week, with Allam and Baker looking as though they might be unavailable.
Wait.
Good bowling in that over.
Over. The batting team are now 172.
You see the end of a good over from Granger there.
Baker, the right arm medium bowler, is coming into the
And
attack.
they are going to
from
go
the
back to
car
Conrad
park
Baker.
end.
And they're going back to Conrad Baker. No more Jagota. We've got 1 for 25 from his 6 so far.
Shot.
And welcome to the crease with a terrific shot from Sharma. Up and over cover point. And it races away for 4. Lovely shot from him and full and floaty from Baker. Half volley outside off and Sharma smashed it away.
Wait.
Width again on offer from Baker, but Sharma can't find the gap this time. 100 required from 28 balls, so they need almost a boundary of ball to Elmstead.
Yep.
Right, they're past the 175 mark now. They'll be looking to get that 5th batting point at 200
They take the single.
with 4.5 overs to go. Bromley will be looking to bowl them out and gain those full 20 points.
Yep.
I'm hearing we could be in line for A few odd bowling changes here as they seek those last couple of wickets.
Yep. Catch that!
You see a few
Run saved with
non-bowlers
that
down there warming up.
They take a single.
Could be in for a little bit of a laugh here towards the end. Obviously not looking to throw the game away. I feel the game is won. You can certainly see Cuthbert doing some stretches down there, warming up, perhaps looking to come on for a bowl. And the skipper has loved to get himself involved and make things about him.
there.
To see Matt Wake going through some stretches, perhaps returning to the attack.
Ship boy into the attack now from the Forest end.
And we are going to see Adam Cuthbert bringing himself into the attack. Ship boy, as the commentators like to call him. He's going to be into the attack here for Bromley. Not sure his teammates will really find this as funny as he will, but likes to get himself involved, as we said.
Yep. Catch it!
And he starts off with a short ball that's smashed away by Sharma. And it's 4 for first ball from Cuthbert. And it brings up the 50 partnership.
Now worth 50. Good batting out there.
Cut away, back-to-back boundaries for Sharma. And Cuthbert feeding into some runs here. Good stuff from him, the skipper. Trying to have a bit of a laugh, but leaking runs. And you'd like to think this would just be a one-over experiment from the skipper. Edged.
That's edged.
And they can't let him get a wicket, surely. They can't let Cuthbert get a wicket. That's what they'll be thinking. They're 11 away from the next batting point at 200. But they won't want to get out to him. They'll never let him near the end of it. And Sharma goes over the top. And really poor bowling from Cuthbert.
One bounce and it goes for 4.
You can see why he is not a bowler. 12 from his 5 balls so far, 1 to go. Hopefully it'll be the last we have to see from him.
Waiting.
And there's a dot to finish, so 12 from Cuthbert's
all
over.
over the park. A very expensive over.
And let's
It'll
hope
be
that
interesting
is
to see if the captain sticks with him.
his only over. As we go back to Conrad Baker now. We'll be looking to blitz through this Elmstead tail. Swing and a miss from
Batsman
Evans.
didn't know where that was going.
Yep.
Edged. Races away for 4 from Evans. 4 more to him. And swing hard, you get the edge, it might just fly away. Elmstead now 3 away from that 200 mark.
Perfect technique.
And that could
and
be
placement.
it. That is the 200 up for Elmstead. They reach their 5th batting point. With a lovely shot from Ian Evans. Edged but safe. Short of the man at third man. Very short third man there in the circle. Edged and taken.
Finds the edge.
Wicket for Baker this time. Evans has to go, a catch for Lloyd.
They really needed to stop that partnership.
He hasn't had his best day with the gloves, but Baker strikes, thin edge through from Evans. And Elmstead now 9 down. Good knock from Evans, 31 from 39. But he has to go. And it brings in Greg Wilson to the crease for Elmstead. Well, they've actually had a bad season with the bat. High score of decent high score. An average 22, not too bad from number 11. Swing and a miss there though.
But that didn't seem to do much to slow down the run rate in that over.
Here we're going to see from the other end then.
Samuels coming back into the attack has done.
It's not going to be Granger. And it's not going to be Cuthbert.
Well so far.
We are hearing that it's going to be Nick Holeman coming into the attack for a bowl.
Going with pace now.
Coming in for his first bowl of the season. Swing and a miss from Sharma.
All ends up there.
Almost a wicket for Holyman. We're hearing it's going to be Matt Wake to bowl the final over if we get there. Now Holyman would love to get a wicket next to his name here. Oh, very close. Playing a miss from Sharma.
Corker. Great bowling.
Almost taking that off stump. Oh, swing and a miss again. I can't believe it. Where's Holyman been all this time? What a little spell this is from him. Playing a miss
Doesn't
again.
play that one well.
Lovely over this from Holyman. Two balls to go in the over. No runs so far. And a big shot down the ground. There's a man there though. There's a man there. Is it a wicket for Holyman? It's 6 and 50 for Sharma.
Some strong batting.
The catch was taken but over the fence. And Holyman will be disappointed. Sharma will be delighted to reach the first Elmstead half century. What sort of response has Holyman got for that? Thought he had his man. And it's a play and a miss.
6 runs added there.
And a good over from Holyman, to be fair. Just the 6 down the ground. That should really have been a wicket, you have to say. And we will now see
in this innings, we're likely going
Matt
to
Wake
see some big shots now.
close out the attack. Close out the innings, sorry, the attack.
The pace bowler is coming into the attack from the car park end.
Can he get his wicket?
Final over the
Can Matt Wake get his wicket?
innings. The batsman will be going all out. Hope the bowler's ready for it.
Here he comes in and bowls, and leading edge from Wilson. Everyone behind Matt Wake here, desperate for him to get his name in that wickets column. Edge, but safe from Wilson. 4 balls left. What can Wake produce? Can he get his wicket? Oh,
What a
edge
delivery.
again.
Draws the edge.
Super stuff here from Matty Wake. 3 balls left. 3 balls for Wake to dismiss Wilson. What's he got up his sleeve? He's got a slip in. He's got a fly gully as well.
Yep.
Edged again. And they scamper through for a single. That'll be Sharma to see out this innings with 2 balls to go. 68 required. Good luck, lad.
Yeah, catch it.
He's gone for it. It's in the air. There's a man there. Is he going to catch it?
That
He's not.
deserved
It's
a
6.
Poor delivery and rightly punished.
6 for Sharma. Great shot from him. Matt Wake thought he had a chance of a wicket there, but it just evaded the man at deep square. And now we have the last ball of the innings. Matt Wake, Ashok Sharma. Full in the air. It's in the air. It is in the air. It's towards the fielder in the
Oh, what a
deep,
shot.
and he's
6.
caught it, but carried it for 6. And Matt Wake does not get his wicket.
They've taken a very comfortable win here.
We're
playing
disappointed
really well.
with man out in the deep, but Bromley win, and the back-to-back 6s to close out the innings. A slight high point for Elmstead, but they've been completely outplayed here. With Bromley experimenting with different bowling options at the end. Could have been a much more convincing result in terms of the scoreline if they wished, but they'll be pleased with the win by 55 runs. Great Bromley.
That's all
And
the cricket.
key contributions
for
all
now,
across
at
the team.
least. We hope to see you again soon But for now, it's goodbye.
Elmstead eventually getting up to 220 for 9 to finish, and quite rightly so. Man of the match, Ankush Jagota, saved Bromley from real peril. They were languishing at 151 for 7 when he came in at number 9, and then smashed an unbeaten 70 from just 59 deliveries, and was part of a key partnership, or a couple of key partnerships. Firstly with Jason Lloyd to get Bromley up towards 200, and then with Samuel Granger, the number 11 batsman, who contributed 32 from 18 to power Bromley past 200 and up to their final total of 275 for 9. Also starts for Bees, Fairley, Cuthbert as well, Holyman, season high for him, and Lloyd also playing a key innings, holding the innings together with 46 to his name, just short of a half century. Wickets for Elmstead were shared round, 2 apiece for Pushman, Elliott, Webster and Wilson, and 1 for Sotirio, who probably felt he should have bowled a little more. 1 for 21 from his 6, and you have to say he was probably the pick of the Elmstead bowlers. Now the Elmstead batting, they got off to a poor start with Edie top edging a pull shot straight up in the air, which Bees came in from slip to collect off the bowling of Baker, and he fell for 1. Jagota dismissed Presney as he was caught by Charlie Allen, and then a partnership between Worsley and Elliott Mann didn't last too long, as Worsley departed for 23, and Elliott Mann, finishing with 27 from 49, hung around and dug in trying to get himself a score, but ultimately succumbed to Tom Dodd, who would build up before the game to be the man to take the wicket of Elliott Mann. And the pressure of the expectation from Elliott Mann getting to him against his former team. Pete Webster only contributing 15, he went to Jagota, and then Elliott, Pushman and Sotirio all falling victim to Bees' leg spin, and Evans contributing 31 towards the end there, and a good knock from him, and Ashok Sharma 64 not out from number 10, a good knock from the tail ender looking to earn himself a move up the order in future games. He finished 64 unbeaten off just 40 deliveries, but he was treated to some buffet bowling from the likes of Cuthbert, Holyman and Wake at the end. So plenty of bowlers used for Bromley, 2 there at the end, the experimental overs from Cuthbert and Holyman, Cuthbert conceding 12 from his and Holyman 6 from his. Pick of the bowlers, James Bees 6 overs 3 for 21, and Jagota 2 for 42 from his 8, and Conrad Baker 2 for 42 from his 8 as well. So a good effort all round from Bromley. Tom Dodd 4 overs 1 for 8, good little spell from him in the middle overs there, and an all round solid team performance from Great Bromley. So another win for them, and they'll be looking to take this momentum now. A couple of crucial wins after a narrow defeat to Easton, a run chase against St Margaret's last week, and then this comprehensive win here against Elmstead, and they'll be looking to take that momentum into next week's fixtures against our good friends Battersford, with plenty of rivalries to be resumed there. So man of the match Ankush Jagota, match winning performance from him, but also contributions across the team, with pretty much everybody contributing in some form or another. So we thank you for joining us here to Elmstead. We thank those of you that have joined us, and especially if you've managed to stay right through to the end of this painstaking defeat, and we hope to see you later on in the season, hopefully for some proper cricket rather than this virtual stuff. So take care, stay safe, we thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week.